And we're back with what's this game called? Survivors of Tarnstead? That's the one. We are going to start in our usual manner with our introductions. First off, we have Blackheart as
Carrick Marsh.
We have Kronos as
RG Thal.
Hatdan as
Tilder.
Marcus as
Corvus Adalas.
Sammy as
Gifton Brockgren.
Tobias as
Caspiopia Steelshod.
and me, Addy, as your friendly GM. Or DM? What term do we use, guys? DM.
We use Dungeon Master, I believe.
DM.
Unless you want to be a game master.
I don't
You want
like
to be a game
games.
master?
I like dungeons.
Dungeons, then.
Alright. Okay.
G could stand for goblin.
Oh, yeah. Who would like to give the recap?
I'll do the recap.
Go for it.
So 2 weeks ago,
Mhm.
We finished conversing in the Hound and Hydra as Cassiopeia came back to inform us that we would all be attending the prince's party, which was the following day. So Gifton had finished up making clothes, and various people went to confirm what the appropriate time was to be at the appointment at the party. Carrick went to meet with Telia, the daughter of the Magani church priest, to look about the missing constellation, also known as Morgani's Eye. He then escorted her home after the night spent together outside the city, and he spent the rest of the evening deciphering or decoding, making a Rosetta Stone for the Lady Gentle of the angelic language. Gifton and Care went to mail off some stuff at the docks, letters and gold parcels to various people that the party had met along the way. They met with Captain of the Elusive, Rinson
Denorin.
Then they headed back to join Telday, who was waiting on word to meet with the rest of his people. They met with Captain Jensen and gave him the plan for maybe moving the Warforged to a new settlement. The party spent the night doing various tasks. Corvus deciphered the work about his eyes, learned what he needed to do to make them quote unquote behave, which was extracting 3 pints of blood from a spellcaster. The next morning, they got ready to go, right as Lady Gentle showed up in very fine attire. They made their various exchanges, and she offered to make further trades for the opportunity to talk to Gifton, which was loosely agreed upon. The group departed and met RG and 2 other of RG's house members. Erwin, and
Sounds right.
what was the other? Rosina?
Rosin?
Rosen?
I think something like that.
Which she was more inclined to having a conversation with RG than Erwin.
Rosany, that's who it was.
Oh. The group then sort of sat around a bit, Talday had a brilliant socializing advances with the Bard group, but eventually we got in contact with the ambassadors of Noran and Hexenreich.
Now do you remember their names?
Antoine de Saint Pierre and Graphine Sabine Elizabeth Ulegard von Boswitz. Shortly after meeting them, the royalty actually came and made their introduction. The unfortunate happenstance of a certain magically inclined individual casting spells in his presence, which made all of the guards kind of get a little bit antsy, and Raziel probably shitting a brick. As everyone was calming down, Cass made a joke about death and murder, and unnerved Gifton, Carrick, and Raziel, while Talday ran to continue his harassment with the orchestral band.
Okay. Very nice. Take your inspiration.
Well,
So, as we had left off, you guys are able to get back to the party a bit. Just general mingling. Is anyone being particularly outgoing, or are you trying to keep to yourselves?
I've decided that I'm not going to try and save Talday from whatever he's doing to the band, and I'm just going to go be vaguely friendly with people.
I'm gonna be friendly, but not super outgoing.
Okay.
Cass is
Corvus
moving back to the buffet.
Corvus will get a drink or two.
So basically, interact if you interacted with, but not going
Yeah.
in pursuit of stuff.
Right.
Right, Talday,
Yes.
you are before the band.
I would like to be uncomfortably close, but not like within a foot of the band.
Okay, so the band, being suit professionals, do not seem to be paying much heed to you, that you can tell. They're just playing away still.
Do I need to roll an insight
If
check?
you want to, you can roll an insight check. Yeah, they're very focused on playing their instruments, Talday.
Mm-hmm.
They're not taking any notice of you. They're totally not on by how close you are.
This is not awkward at all.
So you continue to stand there? Cool.
Oh, yes.
Nice. Okay, good. Yes. Anyone else paying attention to the band may make insight checks if they so wish, but otherwise, yes, the music plays on. And as the
I have made a dedicated decision that I'm trying to avoid being involved with what's going on with Talday for a change.
Cass, like you can see those little flickering of eyes that like keep snapping to attention until they are being very professional, but it is clear that they are somewhat perplexed by his presence.
Cass is keeping her mouth shut and waiting for the chaos to ensue.
Are they just playing like
Background.
music, or are they playing like songs?
It's just very much background music right now. Just soft melodies. If you want to try and recognize any particular tune, go ahead and give me a history check with advantage.
Okay. I was thinking more along the lines of like if they would have obvious endings or places where they're stopping.
Yep, that's why I want you to roll me a check.
Yes, 21.
21. Okay. They seem to be blending things together to try and create one continuous tune. However, you are picking up certain things. There's a oh no, don't use that name, Maddie. It's very dangerous coming up with stuff off the top of your head because I almost said Garibaldi, and
Oh,
yes, there's Garibaldi's Fifth Symphony blending into the Jean-Luc Picard's.
I thought that was a flute solo.
But yes, there are some recognizable tunes, but they are not playing anything particularly distinctive.
Okay. When they stop a song, I'm going to attempt to clap.
Dun, 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 dun.
Very enthusiastically, because unless you need me to roll a check, I'm pretty sure they're doing a great job of music playing.
They are doing a very good job of music playing, and you can tell this.
The sound of two tin cans hitting each other.
So yes, the sort of the conversation in the hall is interrupted by the sudden funk, 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 funk of metal hands clapping, and all conversation ceases for a moment, and heads do turn towards Telday. And then a new subject of conversation does begin. You can see a few of the groups just sort of like motioning at Telday. There's a little bit of giggling and such. Some just seems to be regarding him with more curiosity now.
Archer's going to be if
Cass
he's
is-
anywhere near Raz. He's just going to look over and go, "You're the one who gave him to us."
Cass is going to.
Raz left us a long time ago.
Cass has a glass of something and she just raises it to Telday, like, go on.
The band themselves, there is one elven lady playing a violin, Telday, that she seems a little shocked by the sudden noise, and then you can see just a small upturn of her lips. The rest of them, however, either give you impassive looks or just ignore you entirely.
I am going to return to standing in rapt attention.
Give me another insight check, Telday. Okay, no one notices. Anyone else that is paying attention may also give me an insight check.
Yeah, since the clanging happened, I suppose.
have to pay attention because of the clanging.
I'm so glad only Carrick seems to be paying any...
Carrick, you can swear that elven lady, she's not making an overt show of it, but it's almost like she's playing at Telday now. You can see her gaze is a little more towards him. She's angled her body a bit.
She's humoring him.
Carrick's just gonna watch now. Now we have entertainment.
And that's how it will continue for a bit. Telday, you can clap between the song breaks you recognize. It's not it doesn't interrupt the ongoing so much. You in fact actually get a few young noblemen sort of coming over to you, and they give polite little applause along with you and look amused to be doing so.
Yes, they think it's a joke.
Yes, they think it is a great piece of humor here. And eventually, the music actually stops for a few minutes. And you can hear that sort of discussion dying down a bit amongst people. The band seem to be getting out different pieces of sheet music. And there seems to be a bit of a clearing happening in the centre of the hall.
I will go off to the side.
Yeah,
I see no reason to not be standing exactly where I have been this whole time.
I'm gonna go over and quietly get to Telday. Hey, Telday, I think that we're supposed to get out of the way right now. Everyone's moving.
Oh, why is that?
I have no idea, but I was thinking we might try it for a moment and see what happens.
Going to turn to the band, which doesn't really require much effort.
Because you were probably still facing it when I came up to talk to you.
Should I be moving for any particular reason?
One of the one more elderly gentleman gives you a aghast look, whereas the elven lady just sort of leans forward a bit and goes, "It's time for the first dance. If you want to join in."
You're quite the dancer.
Do you not
Tilde.
need
You
to
should
play
not
the
miss out.
music at the moment?
Not me. I mean, if you want to dance with somebody.
Oh.
I think he means he would like to dance with you, miss.
Oh, I'm quite honoured, but I'm afraid I need to play. Perhaps another time.
It has been very entertaining. Thank you.
And she just sort of smiles and nods her head.
Come on, Tilde. Let's go find you a dance
Special
partner.
boy's making a friend.
What was your name, miss?
Fuck.
You made an NPC.
I did. My first mistake.
You made her have voice. She gets a name.
My name is Isabel Fayhorn.
Isabella Fayhorn?
Isabel.
Isarel.
Uh-oh.
This is hard. Rel. Oh no, she's an angel.
Yeah.
Guys, other people can have their own names at the end of it.
Fayhorn. I'm going to bow my head. I'm Gifton Brotka, and this is Tilde. Very lovely to meet you.
A pleasure.
Very lovely music, all of you. Thank you for the enjoyment.
And she smiles again and bows her head as you hear one of the sort of more elderly band members sort of just as if trying to get her back on focus.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we turn to walk away. I am going to fail to check the volume of my voice, and so speak at
Loud,
roughly normal voice, which is somewhat louder than normal.
This is still there.
Yeah, and say, it is unfortunate that I did not bring any instruments to join them.
Well, we could always sing, my dear.
You hear a sort of soft feminine laugh as you leave. Not mocking or derisive, just amused. And anyone else that's looking, you can see a couple of the band members shaking their heads and that elfin lady sort of gazing after Tilde before she sort of gets herself back into position. I would like everyone else, Gifted and Tilde are a little preoccupied. I'd like everyone else to make me perception checks. And in fact, Gifted and Tilde can do so, but with disadvantage.
Yeah, I might as well then.
Wow, my dice are
Cassie's
all over the place
food.
tonight.
Okay.
All right. Did you say Tilde could, or both of us could?
Both of you could, yes.
But at
All right. Disadvantage.
disadvantage.
I will roll badly, because that is Gifton.
Okay, so
That's actually not bad.
Carrick and RG. There is a small bit of commotion happening from one side of the hall, and it's somewhat hushed, but you can notice the quietly aggressive conversation happening between James and the High General. And it seems like the High General keeps nudging James, who is shaking his head very, very, very adamantly. For the High General just sort of shrugs and starts to head towards Cassie. Cass,
Yes.
That should be interesting.
the oh so kind general who got you your arm. Thomas comes up and he gives you a short little bow and gives a little grin at you and goes, first dance, my lady, still shot?
Cass is holding the glass. She looks at him, smiles, slams back the glass of whatever she was drinking, sets it down, and curtsies.
Okay.
I'd be honored.
And he smiles broadly and he sort of, offers his hand to you. And he
Cass will go.
leads you out onto the dance floor. RG and Carrick, you can see him mouth coward at James in a sort of rather proddingly jovial manner as he does. And Ifton.
Yep.
You, as you are walking with Tilde, you can see your dear husband looking.
Is he being hauled out to the dance floor by some strange girls?
No, he's not. He's sort of like trying to wave some off. He's just doing that like no gesture with his hands, as a couple of ladies seem to be trying to offer him their hand. And he glances over at you with a look of desperate to help me.
I'm gonna mouth coward at him.
He looks betrayed, and he is going to be grabbed off by one of them.
So, RG and Carrick picked up on what the general, the high general to Raziel, right?
Yep.
RG's going to casually put down the water she's been drinking. She's going to go over and offer a hand to Raziel.
I don't really dance, RG.
Neither do I, but it's a special occasion.
And then his eyes are going to narrow a bit and going, wait, why am I worried about decorum with you? No, don't. Maybe I can introduce you to some lovely nobleman that would like to dance with the young lady.
You already know by now I'm taken. Now come here and dance.
Oh, 1 second. I think I hear somebody calling me. And he's going to give you a pat on the shoulder, a very genuine smile. And then he's going to start fast walking.
grab him, RG. You're
RG's
strong.
going to grab him and drag him to the dance floor.
Oh, God. All right, RG.
No, my one weakness, dancing.
He will acquiesce. However, as the music begins to play and people start to fall into step, do you know how to court dance?
Nope.
Okay.
Actually, I might. I'm not sure.
I'll let you have we'll do a history check at disadvantage, because while you do have a bit of the background for it, I'm not sure it's something your parents would have particularly
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so
That's
you don't have to do it.
For that role.
And he is incredibly stiff. He does not relax. He might know the moves, but my God, he's not in practice, and you're getting a lot of looks and a lot of giggles. Cass.
Yes.
Stenhouse very much knows how to dance. And he is also rather good at leading you through the steps. It's a little odd with your body. Some of those twirls just don't work.
Oh, Cass is a danger to everyone around her. If he goes for a twirl, Cass is taking someone out.
And as you're dancing together, you can see him glancing off at Stenhouse and Cass, and then he does look off towards Gifton with a little bit of guilt in his eyes.
I'm trying to act like I'm not watching, but I'm watching.
Archie will have actually been this whole time kind of guiding them slowly towards Gifton for it. And once they get close enough, she's going to actually very calmly reach out a hand, grab Gifton, and swap places. So Gifton's doing the dance.
Now we have two dangers on the dance field.
Gifton. Horse.
Great.
In a horse.
Gifton, you are suddenly hand in hand with a very nervous-looking Raziel.
You look unhappy. Do you want to stop?
No, to leave the dance floor now would not look good. So I'm afraid we're in this together. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry for you. I don't know this dance.
I've never practiced it either.
Oh, well, you know what? Why don't we just have fun and ignore everybody else for a little bit, or try, and kill RG later.
That part I like. Yes.
Yeah, let's plan that.
Yeah. And he gives a soft smile, and he pulls you in a bit to dance properly.
Yeah, I'll do my dance roll.
Carrick.
Yes.
You're swarmed
I figured that.
Beset, as it were.
There are quite a few young noble ladies and a few noble men who are trying to beckon for your hand.
Wow. I should start making persuasion.
I want you to choose. I've got some options here for you.
Okay.
There is a young elven lady with long blonde hair. There is a young elven gentleman with short brown hair. There is a young human noble lady with bright red hair. A young noble lady with bright yellow hair. Which one do you want to dance with?
Remember, you can always rush across the dance floor to dance with the one you really want to dance with.
Totally go and hand one off to Telday at some point. We'll do the elf. The elven woman.
The elven woman? Okay. All right. And she seems very pleased that you take her hand, and of course the other's not quite so pleased. Alright. Carrick's going to be dancing with her. Carrick, I would like you, being Mr. Smoothboy, to make me a history check, see if you know these dance moves.
Okay. History, my weak point.
I am going to roll that as well, just because I want to know. Shit. I'm a lot better than I thought.
Wow.
Dancing improved for Raziel when he got stuck with me.
I will say, you might not know the dance gifting, but you do know how to move, whether it be from just general brownie festivities, your little folk dances. You at least know how to shift with the rhythm.
I'm basically copying everybody else probably a lot faster.
Telday.
Yes.
This rather matronly looking woman seems to be human in nature, quite old, hair greying. She sort of comes up to you and she goes, sir? Do you dance?
Before I respond, I need to clarify one thing really quickly.
Yes.
When Archie swapped with Gifton, did Archie just continue to stand right beside Telday?
Yep, I think she did.
All right. So in that case, Telday will look at this woman and go, yes, would you like to dance with my companion? And look towards Archie.
She looks a little taken aback, and no, I was wondering if you
wants
would
to dance with you, Delta.
Oh, I see.
And she somewhat sheepishly offers her hand.
I am afraid that I am not sure I know this dance.
Oh, that's okay, dear. I can teach you.
Yeah, it didn't stop me. Come on, get out there.
All right. But you should definitely go back on the floor.
At some point, yeah.
And Telday will acquiesce.
Okay. Anyone that's watching sees Telday stepping out onto the floor. Is this nice old woman? She's attractive in that elderly way. She clearly takes care of herself, and she starts guiding Telday through the dance moves, much like a dance tutor would. And having seen Telday's strange form of rhythmic foot dancing.
Thump, thump, thump,
It's
thump.
actually a little comical to see him actually going quite solely with this one. Corvus.
Yep.
A familiar figure comes up to you. The Lady von Buswitz. And,
Ambassador.
Mr. Adalas. What do you honor me?
I certainly. Yes.
Good. And she actually grabs your hand rather firmly and starts to pull you out onto the floor. And the grasp she takes on you is clearly she considers herself to be in charge of this dance number.
Yeah.
And as she starts to lead you through the steps, she actually goes, "So, Mr. Adalas, how long have you known your companions?"
Well, I lived in Tarnstead. I knew him back then, so I would say a good half of my years.
So you're quite fond of them?
Well, they're what I would consider family, I suppose.
Oh, it is
We
good.
have our ups and downs, but it's all.
All families do.
Yes.
I must reiterate then, you would be more than welcome. If you would decide to come back to your homeland, as you would be guests on my estate, I'd make you more than comfortable.
That is very appreciative, Ambassador, but my duties are to my compatriots as a medic, and I do have business in Hexenach, don't get me wrong, but I'm needing to ensure their safeties.
They would be more than safe, and well, I understand duty does come first, but if you and your companions ever do get the time, as you say, you have business there, yes?
I do, yes.
Well, then when you attend to this business, you must pay me a visit.
Most certainly.
And she smiles and continues leading you through. RG, you are not
Yes?
long left alone. In fact, the young nobleman who first approached you when you arrived here, sort of moves up to you very, very cautiously and goes, Lady Fall?
Yeah.
Would you do me the honour of granting me a dance?
Ooh, it's Marl Dormer?
Mm-hmm.
I certainly would. I will warn you that I'm quite bad at this.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not the best myself. So, just being with you will make it all the more pleasant.
Then certainly. Show up.
Okay. Right. He will step out onto the dance floor with you, and you can both sort of shuffle your way through this. And he doesn't do much in the way of talking. He just seems to be gazing at you with almost sickeningly saccharine puppy dog eyes.
So, dancing doesn't go. So what is it you do in this town?
Oh, well, I'm learning to take over my father's estate. I'm afraid that more of that's falling on me these days. He's not doing too well, but I must, of course, do my duty to my family.
Certainly understandable.
And what about?
I haven't known my family until extremely recently.
Yes,
And even now, I've only seen two of them.
I saw you approached them earlier. How did that go?
One of them seems wants to have nothing to do with me and seems to think that I am most certainly faking everything that I did. And the other seemed cautious, I guess would be the word.
Well, if you need any form of backing, I can just see it in you. You are one of them, and I would be honoured to help you in any way I can.
I will certainly keep that in mind. Thank you.
And he smiles brightly at you, and seems to pick up the pace a bit. Whether it's actually to do with from the music or not, it's hard to tell. But he seems to be genuinely enjoying the dance. Gifton.
Yep.
Raziel relaxes a little bit as the dance goes on. It seems the fear of actually getting into this is greater than the actual doing it itself.
And he's already doing it, so he's fine.
And as you both move around with each other, you see his features soften a bit, and a somewhat morose smile crosses his face.
Oh, you're smiling. That's good. I was worried your lungs were going to come out your face.
As you'd think with everything I'd been through, a little dance would be nothing great.
Oh, no, I get it.
Still,
Sometimes it's just hard.
Still, it's nice.
Yeah. Not so bad, is it? I mean, other than the throngs of people staring.
Oh, please don't remind me.
It makes you feel better. They're doing that when we walk across the room, so it's really not that different.
I do notice that they are giving us a little bit of a wide berth, though, and he sort of gives a nod to your wings and smiles.
Yeah, I'm occasionally going to flex them out a little bit just to make sure we keep our space. And I'm occasionally doing the thing, like, as part of the dance, I'm going to try to extend a wing a little bit just to cover up where we are for most of the crowd, just give us a screen.
And at some point, you hear the clop, clop, clop of hooves on the dance floor as the sort of circling of this dance takes you near Stenhouse and Cassiopeia. And you hear Stenhouse sort of laughing very, very loudly, not at all ashamed of bringing attention to himself. So he goes, James finally asked you.
What?
I told him to. The coward wouldn't do it, though. As they sort of slowly circle back away from you.
He's working on wife number 3 right now.
I'm gonna call back as he starts going out of sight. James has never been a coward in his life.
And the dance will go on for a while. At some point, it does actually switch rhythm. And yes.
So during some of the dancing with the Ambassador Corvus will politely excuse himself from his partner.
She will just smile and nod and sort of guide you to the edge and let you go.
And he will approach Stenhouse.
You're gonna try and catch him while he's dancing with Cass? Okay. So you watch him sort of.
Are you gonna try and take Cassie from him?
I hope so. And as Stenhouse and Cass approach, Stenhouse sort of slows the dance a bit, and Cass just sort of leads you to the edge. You know, in a very casual departation of the dance itself. It looks like your boy wants us.
Oh.
Corvus, my lad.
General Stenhouse, if I may.
You want to dance?
Dance with Cassiopeia here.
Oh, of course, I can't keep it to myself. Go on, you have fun, you young things.
Cass
Much
is actually
appreciative,
going to
sir.
try to handstand our house off to Corvus.
Oh, I'm afraid he couldn't keep up with me. Yeah, and he actually just sort of grabs Corvus's hand and pushes it into yours.
If I see this while this is going, I'm gonna whisper aside to Raziel, "It's happening."
What?
Cass is going to go, okay, so I assume you have no idea. I have no idea.
Tilde pointed out the fact that we
wipe out
think
the floor.
Corvus and Cassiopeia might be a thing.
Raziel looks at you as if you've grown a second head.
I didn't really think about it until Tilde brought it up, but they keep being private in rooms together.
And then he looks over at them, and they are admittedly going off in a dance with each other. Huh. Of all the things you lot surprised me with, I think that is the most.
I know, isn't it?
Also, I think your poor husband is.
Oh, is he freed up? We better go off to the side.
Well,
Then.
he's trying. Yeah. And
Do you want to?
Like
would you mind rescuing him? Or I'll rescue him.
I think you should be the one to rescue him. I'm afraid I.
Oh, I mean, you can steal his dance partner, but I don't know if you want to dance with strangers. Not your first time.
I'm afraid the time for dancing is over. And
right.
he smiles softly at you again. And
No, I'll lead him over to the side.
Gifton, give me an insight check.
All right.
Yeah, he said that kind of hard.
Oh no, then he whispers the Lannisters send their regards.
Yeah.
you've seen that little hint of sadness with him before, and it seems heavy this time as it creeps into that smile as he leads you off to Care, who has he's almost bowing, trying to excuse himself from this dance.
I'm gonna lean up and give Raziel a kiss on the cheek really quick, and then go, "Excuse me, may I have my husband?"
And this noble lady looks very disappointed as she gives you a short little curtsy and quickly turns on her heel, looking bereft and heading away.
Did you want to get some more shrimp, sweetie?
Oh, please.
I'll give a little wave to Raziel.
And Raziel will nod at both of you, and then he actually starts to head for the exit of the hall. And you see him waving at Stenhouse, who nods and starts to follow along.
Oh, I didn't get a dance with Stenhouse. God damn it.
Should have approached him. Should have grabbed him.
I know. Hey, Stenhouse, we were gonna dance.
And he looks after Raziel and goes, James, tell him I'll be 10 minutes, okay? Yes, sir.
Oh no, you're gonna have to abandon your husband again.
I'm sending him over to the table to go eat. And I'll be like, hold on to my plate, sweetie. I'm gonna take Stenhouse around the scene once, okay?
Sure. I'll grab you some food for when you're done.
All right.
And
I'll grab Stenhouse and I'll start dancing with him because I wanted to dance with Stenhouse, goddammit, and I'm getting that in.
And Stenhouse leads you on a very merry dance. He knows the moves to this one as well. It's a far more upbeat jig, and he actually lifts you up a couple of times to give you a sort of twirl around. And he seems very pleased to be dancing with you.
Wings out every once in a while to make sure we have plenty of room.
You were enjoying yourself, lass?
Oh, I'm having a lovely time.
Oh, good. I'm glad to get to dance. Oh, I wish I could stay. This is a grand old party. All the grander to have you all here.
Well, it's quite amazing. Also, very nice to get to dance with James. Thank you for picking on him a little bit.
Oh, he's clearly fond of you. He's a bit reserved, that boy.
He danced with RG first. I think he was warming himself up to it.
Yes, I'm not entirely sure what that was about. Not who I was nudging him towards, but I've got him out there.
Yep.
So, perhaps after the whole official business, another dance later tonight?
I'd love that. It'd be very great. Thank you.
Good. Being around you makes me feel young again, all of you.
Oh, what? You can't be any further in your 30s?
Oh, you flatter me, Rotgren. And he will lead you through the dance before letting out a very dramatic sigh and going, so I must join James and the others. I'd suggest you head out to the balcony soon. A lot of the nobles will be. And the king will be addressing the gathering and so on.
Oh, all right.
Got to be there beside His Majesty.
All right. Well, I'll be watching.
Good. Do look out for me. I look quite striking from that viewpoint.
Yes, I'll make sure everyone's paying close attention, sir, to your jawline.
Yes, and you might have to drag Carrick away. He seems to be in trouble. And Carrick, do you think a fight might break out between these young noble ladies trying to switch out with you as a partner? It is getting really catty.
Ladies, calm down.
Oh, you're just going to make it
she
worse.
She has been with you for the last song.
Captain, just go in there with your wings open and intimidate them all.
Carrick, you hear the angelic sound of Gifton's voice coming to your rescue.
Mr. Marsk, I'm afraid there's a matter of great importance I must speak with you about.
Okay, Gifton. Pardon me, ladies. I must be going.
Gifton, you hear a chorus of "Aww" coming from over Carrick's
Don't
direction.
worry, ladies. He's here all night.
You must dance with me next. Me after.
As he turns and looks at you, he has that look of, oh God.
Oh crap! That's what I've got. I've got that Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh yeah.
Also, my dear ladies, he's staying at the Hound and the Hydra and the Hound, in case you're at all interested.
You think a few of them may be getting bad ideas?
Wicked.
Sneaking out of your father's manor to go see the young man. It works better when there aren't 5 other people trying to do it at the same time.
Gifton and Carrick need to switch wings right now.
I mean, I either would scare a bunch from off if the wings came out right now.
All right, I'm going to immediately lead you over to the food table where I have left Care and be like, is this really bacon?
Care is prodding something that is slick and slimy with an untrusting look.
What is
I
this?
know what it is.
Yeah, Carrick, you know what it is. That looks like it is, in fact, a clam out of its shell.
It's a shelled clam. Carrie, is it cooked, uncooked,
Uncooked.
cooked raw? What do
You're
they?
supposed to leave them in if they're uncooked.
What do they have it in?
They are in these tiny little glass clam-shaped platters.
Okay, so there's something that they're contained in there.
Yes.
When you said I was just imagining it on a plate.
It's just a
So,
slime.
It's just a
Carrick,
bowl of them.
we're going to need you to eat this and prove that it's food.
What?
What?
I'm not convinced it's food myself.
No, I'm saying I want Carrick to convince. No, I said Carrick needs to eat this. So he can... Yeah.
Oh god, our names are very similar when you say them like that.
I know. I think so. Maybe we should change his name.
Barrick.
What if we call him Eric Marsk?
Oh, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
A little meta there.
Okay, Erica, here, and
I
he's
need more drinks.
and he's gonna hold up this little glass clam-shaped platter to you.
Good, take it.
Watching expectantly.
I'm also watching.
And con
Turn it
save.
up and back. Redo it.
Slurp it down.
Yeah. Does Carrick like these? Because it's fine. It's fine. It's nice and fresh.
Yeah.
It's actually good
Sure.
quality.
Carrick would enjoy it.
Yeah.
And con save.
I don't like that sound. The sound you made.
I don't like that sound either. I think that's the sound of something I don't want you to have in you.
You didn't even chew it.
I think it lived on the way down. I think it might still be alive.
Oh my god. Are they?
No.
I think they're still alive.
If they were alive, they'd move.
That one might have just moved.
Oh. I'm gonna go back to the shrimp.
Let's go back to the
The
shrimp.
shrimp might still be alive too.
Come on, sweetie. We need to go out to the balcony. Apparently, there's something fun to watch.
There is? What?
Well, it's not really fun. The king's going to talk, and we're all supposed to go out there and act. Ooh, I'm excited because it's the king. But on the bright side, you don't have to worry about wiping your hands off this time.
He looks down at his hands and gives you a bashful look. And you did hear what I said about being a good husband, right?
Oh, he's the best.
Uh-huh.
You notice I've never doubted that. You were so courageous going out there and dancing with strange women.
Oh, God, no. I was too cowardly to fight is what it was. And, Telde,
Yes.
this pleasant old lady that you're dancing with, as the music starts to die down, pulls you down a bit and plants a kiss on your cheek.
Okay.
And goes, thank you, young man.
That is inaccurate, but you are welcome.
Oh, thank you. How old are you?
2.
Approximately 1 cycle.
I don't. Oh, this is young humor, right? And she sort of just pats your forearm a bit before departing. And eventually, the music comes to an end, and hushed conversation returns. And
I'm gossiping with Care about the fact that I saw Cassiopeia and Corvus dancing together. Big gossip time.
yeah, which Cass and Corvus, was there anything you wanted to do during the dance? Are you going to just dance? Are you talking?
Mainly dancing and occasionally popping into Gifton or Argy's view.
Every once in a while.
Just trying to show off that you're together.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
They really want to teach us a
Oh,
lesson.
you young hooligans. This is how love truly starts. Right. But yes, the dancing finishes, and you see a couple of those lovely silver armored guards actually moving over to the other side of the room and opening up what appear to be built balcony doors that lead out to this very large balcony. You know, it's the kind that you have fucking supports for. And they open up the doors and then just sort of move to stand guard. And you see a few of the nobles starting to trickle their way out as if they already know the schedule for the event.
Corvus will go in for the release, and as he's holding Cass's hand, and he goes and bows to her with her hand still held extended.
Gifted likes it. Gifted likes it. You're gonna break my heart when this isn't real love.
Don't worry, they're just lying to each other. Slash themselves.
You're saying something, Cass?
Hmm? Oh, Cass is going to curtsy back and head back over to the food table.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right, Cass, there is so much food. You could spend all day here. But you are all released from your various obligations. Who wants to meet up at the food table? Is anyone going to trickle out instead? What are you all doing?
I'm gonna go out to the balcony. I'm gonna watch.
Corvus will trickle out after departing Cass.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock back another
Oyster.
clam and oyster, yeah. And then I'm gonna head out to the balcony.
All right. Moving out. What about you, Tilde? The musicians have stopped, by the way, Tilde.
Okay. I am going to walk up to the musicians if they are still there but not playing.
They're not playing. A couple of them actually do head off. It looks like they are taking a break. But you see the young human man and the elven lady are still there.
Tilde is going to walk up and say, "It appears that there is something that we should be watching. Do you know of a place where there may be a good view?"
Oh, the King's Address. This is perhaps one of the finer vantage points to look at from. You know, honoured guests here and such.
It looks to be quite busy and packed at that area. It may be difficult to get a good view.
I mean, we could go to one of the other rooms and open up a window. Maybe not the best view, but wouldn't be people.
I see. What other rooms?
How about where we're keeping our stuff right now?
Oh, you have more things.
Oh,
She
yes.
wants to fuck.
The king has been quite generous in giving us private quarters while we're here.
That is generous.
Quite. Oh, shall we?
Certainly. Lead the way. I do not know it.
She'll step down and she'll offer her hand to you. And you sort of hear the young gentleman going, "Oh, not again."
She's gonna be so disappointed when she finds out that armor doesn't come off.
This way. And she will lead you out of the hall. And
I will follow.
Right. Okay. What the fuck is happening? Yep, she will lead you out the hall, and she takes you down the hallway, up through the up the central flight of stairs to what does look like to be a set of rooms in the palace. Long corridor lining it, and eventually you arrive at a room that she opens up, and it's very in keeping with the palace furnishings. You can see she does seem to have a few bags in here. She hasn't particularly made it her own, but she smiles and beckons you in.
I will go as suggested.
Yep. And she actually does go over to the window and opens up this big sort of double set. And you see her leaning out briefly and sort of looking up. Not the best view, but at least not a lot of people. Oh, if you want to make yourself more comfortable, please. And she gestures at your head.
And Tilde will briefly shift the helmet slightly.
Yes.
Ah, yes. That had been bothering me for a brief period.
And she gives you a sort of amused look and goes, "What, are you shy?"
I do not believe that is a word that has been used to describe me.
Oh, it's not some oath, is it? To never be seen?
I have been seen many times, quite frequently today.
Oh, you are funny. Well, fine. Keep your lovely armor on, my dear. And she sort of glances out the window again. So, we have a few minutes, please. And she goes and sits on the bed and pats beside her.
Oh, I see. Tilde will stand for a moment and then awkwardly sit down.
The bed creaks very loudly. So, you did seem to enjoy our performance.
Music is quite entertaining.
Quite appreciated it.
Most definitely. I would wish to play as well.
Oh, what do you play?
Several instruments.
Oh, man of many talents then. I thought you were one of those, what is this? And she sort of looks over your arm again. Are you a personal guard, a venturer?
I am in the military.
Oh, military man. Oh, a friend of the general's then?
Unclear.
Well, I'm glad you find time to practice some hobbies still then. I'd love to hear you play.
I do not have any instruments with me.
Or maybe later tonight. After all the festivities are done with, I'll have some time. You can give me a private performance.
Oh god, we have another one sneaking in.
That could be done.
And she smiles very brightly when you say that. And she sort of takes your arm and starts to stand back up again.
I will try to be polite and rise so she does not have any difficulty.
Okay, good. And she'll lead you back over to the window. Unfortunately, it's only going to be a small break, but, well, I'll have tonight to look forward to now.
Yes, perhaps then accompaniment.
And, oh man.
That is the lewdest sounding use of accompaniment I have ever heard.
That smile she's been slowly spawning ever since she saw you grow far bigger. Oh, accompaniment sounds fun. And to everyone else, you've gotten out onto the balcony. Are you going to fie for a good position, or are you just going to sort of happily settle wherever you can get? This is a particularly large balcony, so it's not like you have to stand way back or anything. People can spread it out along the front.
I want to see where I can get me and Kara too.
Okay.
And if anything, me and Kara will talk about like standing on the ledge or something, and we'll just take rings off or something.
Cass is parting the crowd.
Forcefully or just by presence? What you're trying?
Presence.
Okay. I want you to go ahead and give me a persuasion check, just through being here.
Persuasion.
You can use your strength score for it.
Oh. How do I change that then?
Just roll it. Press your strength button and then add your persuasion modifier.
Persuasion. So that would be 21.
21. Okay, yeah. People do make a bit of way for you. You're able to get into the front in a rather nice position. Gifton and Care and the rest of you is sort of trying to get yourselves into position yourself. You hear my friends, come here, good spot. And do Saint Pierre is sort of motioning for you. Come join him.
Oh, my hero!
Can head over.
Can I head over with him?
And he smiles as you head on over and goes, "Has you been enjoying the festivities?"
Yes, I didn't catch you on the dance floor. We'll have to catch you later.
Oh, yes, there will be much time for it tonight.
There will be so much time to dance.
So, you and your young gentleman must both give me a dance, yes?
Yes.
Ah, good. And you, he says, looking at you, Carrick, I hope you'll grace me with one as well. In fact, all of you. A bit more time to get to know each other. I do like to dance.
Just
A man after my own heart.
imagining him in Cassidy. Wasn't he bigger?
Speaking of, RG, you dodged out on dancing with me.
That's not my fault. A certain general took all your time.
Yes, there's one man that likes to dance more than I do. It's him.
Really? I didn't think James the dancer.
Oh, James? I thought we were still speaking of Stenhouse.
No, I was dancing with General Roselle.
No. General Roselle does not dance. I know this.
You missed it then.
You must get a repeat performance so that they can see.
He looked as scared as a rabbit, the poor dear.
Oh, makes it a little more valuable sight then. And as he starts,
hopefully he'll do it again sometime.
As he makes sort of idle chatter with you, you hear the very obnoxious sounds of royal horns being blown from the balcony. The balcony that's coming from is a fair distance away, a bit above you, not angled so much that you can't see on top of it, but it's clearly higher in station. It's perhaps 30 feet away along the building's edge. So, within easy hearing distance, which makes those trumpets very loud. And you see guards sort of lining the edges of it, making a sort of space along the centre line, but making sure they are in view. As space. As the king, queen, their daughters, daughter and son, step out and move to the edge of it. You can see quite a few high-ranking looking people behind them, some military officials, including the familiar sight of James and Thomas. A few look like they might be noblemen themselves, or maybe the staff here following along, keeping a polite distance but within view. And the king starts to address the... Oh, yes, and by the way, there is quite a crowd below. Looks like this balcony does overlook beyond the walls, and you can see there is gatherings in the streets, a lot of people trying to fight close to the palace walls to hear this. There is actually a lot of people inside the palace walls themselves, a lot of guards making sure they don't go near the palace, but there seems some of the... not nobility, but more positioned people in society have been invited into the courtyard. Yes, there's quite the audience. And you see the king sort of take a deep breath before starting to address the crowd. It pleases me to see you all gathered here on this day, the day my son starts to become more of a man than he already is. He says, looking at the very young boy, by the way. But you can see the sort of kindly look on the king's face as he looks back at his son, who, despite being the centerpiece, is not positioned at the front, because that would be unbecoming. And give me an insight check, all of you, please. Based on looking at him. Oh, fuck me.
What? Gifton, yeah.
Corvus, Carrick, Gifton. It looks like he is struggling to make sense of why this is such a big deal. The king is speaking as if this is some grand day for his son, and it looks like there was supposed to be more to say here, but he can't. As if the entire reason that there is this huge party thrown was on his son's birthday was to mark it as a grand day with a grand army that was about to be introduced.
Grand present.
Whoop.
Danger sense is tingling.
Push.
And now
out there.
he does not have a whole army of warforged deployed in his son's name. And
is little Princeling getting very pouty that he doesn't get his shiny presents?
no.
No.
Very well
He's just shocked that this was a big birthday for him, and he doesn't know why.
It's like,
Why did Dad go to all this effort this year? Why?
It's like there's normally a celebration, but this is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
And the king smiles at his son a bit and goes, "And I hope to mark all of my children's future birthdays with this kind of celebration. Something
no.
I believe that you all will enjoy. A grand celebration for the entire city." And as he's speaking, I want all of you to make me a perception check as well.
There
I'm
goes
so surprised.
There's the kingdom's coffers.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Cass.
Right. Carrick, RG, and Telday. Something you will all notice is the very distant sound of gunfire. And then these shrieks descending from the sky. RG and Telday.
Yes.
What you will also notice is Raziel already moving before those shots go off. And what you see is Raziel hurriedly step towards the princess and prince, throwing his arms wide as a magical flare of protective energy comes from him. And then those streaks descending from the sky at such a rapid rate impact the balcony that the king is on. An immense explosion as these three impacts resound after one another. And there are screams from the crowd, gasps and cries from the balcony you guys are on.
I'm taking to the air immediately.
I'm going to dimension door. Fuck. How far away are we?
You are on a different level, a bit further down the corridor. I'd say you're about 60 feet, Telday.
From
that balcony.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah.
From the area where the king was?
Yes.
All right, I'm dimension dooring in that direction.
Okay.
I'm flying over there as quick as I will bonus action I'll do my face step over that way. He says 30 feet, right?
Yep.
Ah, crap. Okay.
Let's see.
Is it collapsing? By any chance?
It's very murky and cloudy right now.
No, I meant the balcony.
Again, there is smoke and it's very hard to see in this moment. You did hear the sound of rock splintering, but that could have just been the rails, you know.
RJ's going to.
I'm taking to the flight. I'm near flying too.
And yeah, you can do that with that Tilde. There's no issue getting there.
RJ's going to shift an arm past her suit to shift it from the nice dress to her normal attire, the Drider silk, and just basically run straight up the thing.
You're walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Cass is stuck in the middle of a crowd that is probably right now panicking.
And Corvus.
Panic hasn't quite set in yet because there is still that moment of shock. This is this is your reaction straight at this moment.
How far away from the railing am I?
You're right at the rail.
And it's a 30-foot leap. It's 30 feet from where we are to where they were.
Yes. It was 60 feet for Hotel Day because he was in a different section. How far down?
How far down?
You guys, I'd say you're roughly 50 feet up.
That's a painful drop.
Leg.
She hasn't broken a leg yet.
I'd say your balcony's about 50 feet up. Their balcony's about 60 feet up.
Oh, that's a long jump.
Mm-hmm. It's basically 10 feet higher and 20 feet over, probably.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Cass is going to back up to try and get a running start, and she's going to try and leap from balcony to balcony.
Okay.
That is a...
That
Okay.
is a monster. It is a monster. I know this. That's why I'm getting as much room as
Jumping rules are bad.
Mhm.
Let's actually take a look before I do the
Yeah,
stupidity.
I'd recommend you look before you commit.
Look before I leap, is it?
Because I think you move...
When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. When you make you're not doing standing. Each foot you clear on the jump costs a foot of movement, which is fine. You have plenty of movement. Okay. You can move a number of feet up to your strength score. Fire jumping.
Don't have the room.
Yeah, you can't go 30.
Yeah.
Would advantage double that?
Toby,
No.
can I interject one idea?
Huh.
A bunch of us are leaping over to the victims, which means we're mostly probably going to be throwing potions down people's throats. Look for the threat.
The threat.
Because something from up, you can still lightning.
If it's within 100 feet.
You also
Look
might need to protect
for the
balcony
threat.
you're on.
You also
Okay.
might, just saying, look for the
Yes.
threat, man.
Cass will look for the threat.
Okay, I would like you to make me a perception check then. Right, I believe that's...
I am.
what about
I
you,
am
Corvus?
expending.
You expending
Corvus.
your...
I have an inspiration. I am expending it.
Go for it.
Corvus who reached for his cane. It is not there.
Nope. Nice, Cass. Inspiration well spent. Your cane is
That is a
not there,
good spend.
Corvus.
Corvus will grimace, white knuckles the balcony railing, and just so what's the picture of? So we're in one building. King and
You're in the
everyone's
same
another
building. You're in the same
They're in
building.
the same building.
We're on different balconies.
Yeah.
Their balconies
Different
higher
balconies. So they're like across like a courtyard or something.
No, they're the exact same side of the building. You're getting
Oh,
a
yeah.
sort of side on view of them.
up.
Okay,
That's why we were
so
outside viewing them
Corvus would leave his area and try to gain access through that portion.
Okay,
if they're
so you're
pulling
gonna
talk.
go
You
back
have to run
inside.
through the inside of the
Yeah.
building. You're
Yeah.
gonna run
They're
up.
basically
out
up another
into the
floor,
rooms.
essentially. Yep.
Yeah.
You can do that. Okay.
So you
Alright.
start running upstairs.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone's decisions are locked in. Cassie. Oh, yes,
Mhm.
yes, Today.
I just want to reconfirm. Willing creature can come with me.
Mhm.
How conscious does that have to be on both of our sides?
They don't have to be conscious for it as long as they're.
Basically, I would
Does
say
it have
as
to
long
be
as
a
they're not
conscious decision, but-
actively resisting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
see, did I accidentally just bring this woman with me?
Were you
probably
touching her?
didn't.
I probably
You
might
must-
have been
can be
touching her at that
I don't think you would have
can
brought
bring.
her on purpose.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
Yeah,
So
I mean, it doesn't have to be a purpose.
Yeah.
it just means if there's an unconscious person, you can carry them to safety,
Yeah.
though, on the other side.
Yeah, but
Touch alone
I
isn't
mean-
going to do it, so it's up to you.
does it have to be I intentionally do it?
I think it's you
Yeah,
intentionally
it
do
does.
it. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure because I will definitely disappear on her if it requires intention, but if it doesn't require
She's coming with.
intention, then I might have accidentally brought her.
Okay.
Roll a d100.
No, I think that we can say he has to do it intentionally.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure.
All right. So, Cass, as you're sort of squinting up into the sky, it's a little tricky as the sun is essentially right up there, you know. But you can see these little silhouettes against the sun, seeming growing larger, bigger, moving out of its bright gaze as 3 figures descend, wearing these military-like uniforms, this strange mechanical apparatus strapped to one leg, carrying rifles. And as a few of you appear on the balcony, you hear them cry out in the Noran tongue. And how many of you speak Noran?
Corvus, he's inside.
I do. Eric.
Right. Okay. Those of you outside on the balcony and so on, you hear them shout for the Republic of Noran. Very, very loudly.
I'm zapping them.
Right. Well, I'm afraid you got your momentary action.
Oh.
Yeah. We are, in fact, going to go into a net.
Do you have someplace you want us to put our characters down?
Yes. We are, in fact, just going to use one of the maps because there was no way I was going to
Either of them on this.
make a map for this. In fact, why don't we just fight on?
We fight like someplace amazing, like Dulwood or Southwest Time.
You guys want to fight in? Do you want to go back to Southwest Time for a bit?
Let's go to Southwest Time.
Okay.
Sure.
I will pull you.
Oh look! Wait. Are we going there yet?
Hang on. I didn't realize how messy Southwest Time is. Let's get rid of those tokens on there.
Oh, there's tokens? Oh no! Is Saldir still there?
He was.
I want to see
I figured that would have
Saldir.
hurt.
It would have made us cry.
Right.
Okay. All right, I dropped my token.
Okay, and I'm just going to make a couple of quick boxes. Is the box sound?
All right, I still don't
I think this is fitting for this.
All right, we're going to have King's Balcony here.
Mm-hmm.
Balcony you guys came from down here. The exact distances doesn't matter so much. It's more just general positioning, so don't worry about that.
How far
fair.
would we have gotten a move off, or
I used my bonus action to teleport over.
I was allowing you guys to move. Did you move, Carrick?
Yeah, I
He
said
flew. He flew over.
You can be over on that balcony. You would have gotten there.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How is Cassiopeia over? Okay. Corvus is inside the building, so
Yep.
he's running the streets of Southwest
Yep.
Time.
I'm useless.
He is now Godzilla.
Also, I took all my AC stuff off and things like that because I don't have any of my bonuses right now.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Same here.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 15
Let me put
AC.
the init tracker up.
I don't like that there's 3 of them. Can we have less? I am going to burn my inspiration to get a higher init because I think that's important right now.
Okay.
This is the first time I've ever thought about doing initiative as a thing. So, rolling in it. I need to roll it again because I didn't roll in my bonus or my other version of it. So, I'm just going to roll again and see if I get better. Nope. So, I'm going to keep it at the 19.
Okay. Has everybody rolled? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's everybody. All right. Okay. But what the rest of you see as you arrive on the balcony, it is a horrid mess here. You can see in a semi-opaque sort of blue shielding, seems to be Raziel holding the young prince and princess, apparently unharmed, in this protective dome. You can see the very, very bloody remains of the king and queen, sort of about the place.
Okay, so definitely not
probably dead.
just a healing spell away from coming back.
Yeah.
Give him to Corvus. He'll restitch him up.
A little back, as if thrown back by the blast, you can see the still body of General Stenhouse just inside these sort of doors leading to the balcony, as are a few of the other military officials. A couple of them still groaning, moving. A lot of the nobility that seem to be in this position down. All of the guards that were outside are down, their weapons scattered about. And as you're sort of beholding the sight, these figures descend down beside the balcony as if making a very grand display of themselves. And you can see one of them aiming in with his rifle, checking to see if the royalty is gone. And his eyes narrow when he sees that protective bubble. And he will spend his round firing off 2 shots at the protective shielding.
Where is the protective shielding?
We'll put it.
You don't have a token?
Nope.
Oh.
Here you go.
Raziel's not important enough to get his own shielding.
There.
There we go. So this is where Raziel is.
Yeah, again, this isn't all entirely to scale and such. It's just because we're not going to worry about too much of movements. I'm going to assume if you guys can move to them, you can move to them, you know. I'm going to be generous here.
I will say, knowing that information, what I've actually been noticed that I was standing in front of that.
You guys can position yourselves anywhere you are in here.
Yeah, just knowing the information of where it is comparatively now.
Yeah.
I want to be in it.
You can't get in it, I'm afraid.
Not the Thunderdome.
And
can't place myself the way I want to. Here,
you hear those 2 shots go off, and they impact the shield, which flares and flickers but stays steady.
Ooh, critical too.
Right. Okay. Cassie, you can Thunderdome if you want.
Oh yeah. How many of them can I get?
I'll let you get two in a line.
Okay. Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
And I will let you pick, obviously, center one and whichever side you want to aim for.
Those 2 because they're the closest.
Okay, you're going to go for those 2. All right.
Yeah.
So middle and bottom.
All right. Now we'll do dex save for middle first. And then dex save for bottom.
It's half.
Yeah, half damage.
So 12 each.
Yep. So your lightning arc shoots through the air, gas, and you see. Let me check Mr. Scouty here. Yeah. Okay. You see the energy impact them, sort of crackling over their forms, momentary juddering, and clearly hurting them. But they are still floating there.
Okay. Cass is having blasted them, not brought them down. She's actually grabbing the banister, and I am declaring rage.
Okay.
And that will be the end of it for this round.
Okay. Gifton.
All right. I'm not even gonna check because I'm just gonna hope.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I am gonna cast this at 4th level. Healing word on Stenhouse.
Okay. You see your healing energy sort of flow into Stenhouse, and you see his chest sort of rise with a sudden intake of breath.
I'm gonna look a little shaken for a moment and do the big thing of grabbing out at my chest, pulling out the golden strings and flinging them in all the directions, and looking at Telday and going, "Help them!" And I am doing. I gotta double check to make sure I'm doing the right one. This one. This. I'm taking an action to do that, and I am moving next to RG in front of the dome, flaring the wings out. protectively because I'm doing my. Right now I'm reducing damage. Because I have Aura of Warding and Aura of Protection.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So all of you, you can
How
take
close
a.
are they to us?
You are all
Within
within
10 feet of
range.
me.
Oh, how close are the mages?
Yep.
I'd say they're roughly 50 feet away.
But everybody right now is getting a bonus action single attack or something like that that is within range of me, which would be Telde, RG,
Everyone but Corvus, essentially.
Carrick. Would Cassie get it?
Yeah, Cass is within range.
Really?
For guiding.
For guiding, yeah. She'd be in range for guiding, yeah. Yeah, for guiding. Or it's not, yeah. And that'll also include anybody that just they also get to spend a hit dice and anybody who's like semi-conscious. So if there's anybody down, they might get something out of this.
Right. Okay, yeah, okay. I will account for that. That.
And any guards that might be running in.
Not yet, I'm afraid.
Yeah. But if I can actually hit the balcony over there, I will hit every friendly target over on that balcony I can hit.
You'll see a fuckload of nobility start running inside.
Yeah, I am basically going to just light it up. There's just golden light just going everywhere from me. Anybody who's friendly is getting light right now.
I should.
How close to each other are they?
What these dudes? I'll say they are about 10 feet from each other. In fact, let me just move them.
Damn it!
I've been generous giving Cass a line.
No, I was curious because I can't. That means I can't acid splash two of them, but I can hit one still.
That's what you're doing.
Before, so I knew. Yeah, it's the only cantrip I have that's attacked that does anything. So, who goes first?
I've got nothing I can do, so go have it.
Tell they do pass heal word.
Well, we've got our actions first.
We're doing.
We've got our
I've got nothing I can do.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well,
I have no ranged weapons on me.
She moved.
Pick up something. There's dead people all over
There
the place.
are dead
Pick them up and
guards.
throw it.
So as my action immediately, thanks to Gifton, I'm acid splashing. We'll do this one here. So DC 16. Dex save.
Press. Hey, nice.
Nice.
So 13 acid damage. As my
that's your bonus. So let's get through everybody's bonuses first.
So
RG could pick up a weapon so you can throw it on your turn. You want to do that?
Kick something.
Kronos?
Yeah, it might not be a bad idea. Just kick something into my hand.
Yeah, just get something into your hand. That'll be what you can do with that free action. And then tell Dick, cast mass heal word.
I can't.
Oh, you can't?
cantrip.
I don't have it.
It's cantrip only.
It's not cantrip,
or
is
bend.
it? It's action.
Oh, or
Moving
bend.
a single attack or bonus action or cast one.
Yeah.
But I don't have mass heal word. I do have mass cure wounds, but not mass heal.
And if you have
mass cure wounds would work. It does a 60.
Yeah, if you can do mass cure wounds.
it's not a bonus action.
It's not a bonus action. Shit. Yeah, never
You
mind.
cast cantrips if it's not a bonus action. But that does mean you can cantrip an attack if you got one.
Or can you heal one person and get them up if there's somebody down? Okay.
I've got no.
You don't have that spell. Okay.
Actually, I could healing word.
That's the thing. You heal word one person.
No.
You can heal word, or I will let you guys pick up a item from the ground if you want to with this thing. If you want to grab, I should just want me to scope at the cards head.
Yes.
There are 2 sets of each of these: 2 sets of sword and shield, 2 sets of polearm, and 2 sets of firearm.
You should take a firearm.
What type of sword?
What kind of firearm?
It is the basic, what do you call it, rifle, aquabus.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll pick that up.
And just for my curiosity, what kind of sword?
Actually, that means they have ammo pouches.
They do.
Cool. I'm picking up an ammo pouch.
Okay. All right. And long swords.
Those I can.
Lucky.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'll cast healing word on. Allie.
Well, I got
Sam's
Stenhouse
thing would've-
up,
Yeah, Sam's thing would have caught like everybody.
but they're unconscious. If they're unconscious, they can't do it, I think, for the bonus hit points, right?
Mhm.
Or if they're dying. So
Okay.
if you find somebody who looks like they're choking out, you could heal them.
So Stenhouse is down. King and
But-
Queen obviously dead.
Mm-hmm.
Prince and Princess are in
Are
bubble.
safe.
Seem to be generally fine with Raz, who we're not.
I'd say
gonna
just
go
get the weapon and then do mass heal thing on your turn if you can. It'll catch anybody else.
Okay. I'll
That way,
grab
because
the-
otherwise you're gonna have to try and find somebody. And I just was like, "Fuck it, I'm throwing it at
Yeah. I'll
at
grab
Stenhouse
the-
because I was like winging a prayer. I don't want Stenhouse to die."
Yeah, I'll grab the archivist then.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now it's actually Carrick's turn.
Now it's Carrick's turn.
Okay.
Oh, you know who we left out? How could we forget him?
Cassiopeia.
Okay.
Care.
Oh, did Carrick come over here?
No.
He's out on the balcony though.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
Not-
Warlock.
I-
Oh yeah. Does Carrick want to cast something as a bonus? He can Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast isn't a bonus action.
Or
It's a cantrip.
though.
Cantrip.
Yeah.
And he can do that.
Cast one cantrip.
Yep. He will.
The Triacid Blast.
He will Eldritch Blast. The one closest to him, bottom dude.
I'm guessing I cannot get the line though, without flying.
Not without flying, I think, from our angle.
One.
That's
Ooh.
probably a hit. That's probably a hit.
Yep. Those are both hits. Jeez Louise.
Oh, nice.
That is some good damage from Care. Holy fuck.
I like it when Carrick rolls.
Fuck him up, Seabass.
What? Right.
Not a
Okay.
character, but
That threw me for a loop for a second.
Now I'm gonna keep pelting the guy I was shooting.
Mhm.
That did not ask me to cast it at a higher level, so I'm gonna redo that because I was casting at second level to get the extra dart.
And that's top dude, right?
Yes, so that would be 4 darts. I'm not completely spazzing.
At second level, yes, 4 dots.
Yep. Yeah, so 8 damage.
Okay, 8 damage. Wow. And they impact soundly. You see the brief glimmer of what looks like to be protective shielding, but these pass through it with no problem.
And I'm going to use my interact thing to pick up one of the long swords.
Okay. You are now armed with a long sword. Is that your yep, is that your go?
Yes.
Okay. Dode.
Yes. All right. I guess I'm going to fire with the. Yeah, I should actually heal people. All right, I'm going to cast.
Well, I mean, ask if you can do maybe a perception check and see if it looks like there's anybody alive that we can help. Maybe, I don't know.
You can do that as a freebie.
Okay, yeah, I'll take a quick sweep before I do something.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
You see a couple of people that are definitely still alive. Do you want to go for military personnel or do you want to go for civilian nobility?
Damn it! Why do you have to Mass Effect?
Also, if you tell me the ones you can't get on my turn, I can get them.
Okay, I can get up to 6.
You can get up to 6. In that case, let me roll you a little dicey wicey.
Ooh, dicey wicey.
I'll expend the spell right now, anyways.
Oh, fuck me. There are 10 people you could save. Robin,
Wow.
there is there's a guard thrown back into the room. There are about 3 nobility. There's a couple of servants and another couple of military personnel.
Okay.
Catching the biggest cluster of 6.
Well, it's any 6 in range.
If you don't want to prioritize, I'll let you do it on distance. I don't know how Telday would think this out. How would he think this out?
Can you list them off again one more time?
Yeah, in fact, want me to write it down?
Yes, please. Also, I'm just going to copy and paste what it does because for some reason it was set on not show when cast.
Wish I could cast Mass Cure Wounds.
$60-foot radius is a lot, or 30-foot radius.
Okay, military. When you say military,
they look high rank. Much into the same line as the High General and Raziel.
Okay. I am sorry, but I am prioritizing those back 6. So the 4 nobility, the 2 military.
Mm-hmm.
And each target will get 3d8 plus my spell casting is forked right now. That's interesting.
N-A-N.
Oh, yes. That is interesting.
Let's do it manual.
Let's see.
So what's your?
Oh, okay, that's better. Okay, my spell save DC is 14. My spell type bonus is 6. My charisma mod is 2.
So 15 each.
3d8 plus 2.
Yeah. So yeah. That's the
want me to roll it 6 times or?
No. It's one roll and then I believe. Oh, actually, is it?
Time. It's just like they all heal at the same time.
Yeah.
So just be like.
Yeah, they all heal the same amount. That's
isn't that what you already rolled? The 13?
It didn't actually roll.
It did.
Did.
Did it?
8 and 1.
It just didn't add the bonus, so +2.
Oh, there. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like the heal I did earlier didn't add the bonus, so it should have been 11 hit points for. But I have a feeling that the general is down thematically right now, so that's fine.
But he's alive.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's alive.
It actually should be more than 13.
Should be, if you're
it should be 15.
Yeah.
two
So
should be
15 points each. Okay.
Okay.
You see wounds starting to reknit themselves, breathing starting up again. You see them stabilizing, and I'm actually going to give you. The guard is going to actually grow and sort of start to sit himself up.
You mean one of the military people?
Oh yes, you went nobility and yes, one of the military men.
Mm-hmm.
He looks a little younger than the others. He's older than James, but okay.
Only visually.
Is that your turn?
I will turn and I can't exactly properly sight, but I will turn and watch the enemies with the gun. But not actually.
You're basically readying your.
Yeah.
I'm gonna whisper thank you Telday.
Corvus. Because I'm going to be very nice. If you spend your entire round moving, I will say you can get up basically into the room.
So you're right out the balcony?
You do the good old rogue triple move upstairs, down the hallway.
You'd be a very speedy boy.
Is Corvus here?
Yeah. So
unless you want to go,
servants?
yes. So you'll basically be inside the room that balcony is attached to. You'll be able to move out and start contributing next turn.
Do you have any way to do medical healing on you? Oh, okay, good.
So yeah.
You're basically going to need to pick up a weapon, is what you're going to need to do when you get there.
Rifle.
Yeah, there's another rifle. So when you get out here, pick up that rifle, okay?
If you do want to do a triple move up to there, I mean, you could go runabouts in the castle, start looting stuff, you know.
Go steal some healing kits out of the infirmary.
As you are running through, though, Corvus, if that's what you should do, you do see there are guards starting to run up the stairs. Having a bit of an issue with it, as there are also nobles trying to go down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you want to do?
I mean, yeah, I guess just go up and grab a rifle, but he has nothing to do. He can stabilize as with just a straight medicine.
On this turn, you want to get up there, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to get up there first, so.
Yeah.
It'd be like back here.
Yeah, so basically just put yourself at the back of the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the balcony?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the purple thing's the back.
Yep, somewhere back there. That's fine.
All right. Corvus, no!
He threw himself off the map! No!
Falling off the map.
Okay, seeing that there is now a little bit of resistance up there, this man, the mage over here, will visibly scowl, and he is going to take aim at Telde, who has a rifle.
Telday's next to me, so if he casts magic at you, you take half damage, and you have high resistances from me.
And there is the sound of gunfire snapping off as he fires twice.
I don't know if it counts for this gun. Good luck.
I mean, just shooting bullets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great gun.
Yeah.
And okay, it's not advantage. Don't worry about that.
It will still hit though.
Yeah. So he will do that. Just fuck me. Just the 19. Just the 19.
And you said I have what, Sam?
Nothing against that.
I don't think
Okay.
that counts as magic, unfortunately.
However, this following damage does count as magic. There's not a save or anything, but it does count as magic if that has an effect. As that round impacts Telde, it suddenly explodes with far more imbued energy than a round that size should.
I have these, so I don't know if those will help you.
Oh, wow. Things are very broken right now, by the way.
Are they?
Oh, fun.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me... Yeah, a lot of the spell stuff seems broken. Oh, that's right. They did a fucking update and I've not touched these since.
Yeah.
Alright. Sorry about that. I will roll it manually.
Well, if it's a spell.
It's not a spell.
It's custom, though.
It's a smite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
I'll
as
check that.
8 damage on top of that.
All right. That should get halved for my aura of warding, right? Is this magic?
Aura of warding. Damage for spells. Technically, I'm not sure. I'm going to say yes.
Okay. So you take
Okay.
slightly less.
The 8 is a 4.
We leveled up between
Mm-hmm.
last session and this session.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Should we be at the hit point maximum for that
Yes.
new level or okay?
That's why we gorged at the tables at the party.
Yeah, you guys are suddenly famished.
We took a short rest and got our hit points.
All right.
Right, so that first shot impacts you with this magical explosion accompanying it. And then the second round is also fired at you. 16.
That misses.
That misses and goes wide, hitting the stonework and also exploding far more dramatically than it should. Right. And then Medic Man is up. Okay.
They have a medic.
They have a medic. Right.
Corvus, we need his supplies.
Shoot it down.
Fastball special. Somebody grab onto him.
Okay. You see this this center mage fly on up to who is most hurt. I think Scouty is definitely most hurt. Flying.
Blue guy.
Actually, he doesn't even have to fly up. He is going to cast
Oh no, he's the worst kind of healer.
The purple
He's a
dots are the
magic
tokens
healer.
supposed to be moving.
Yeah, the purple dots don't pay attention to purple dots. That was Ali. That was Ali fucking up.
Frantically clicking.
Yeah. Right. Actually,
Okay, wasn't sure because I saw one move.
yeah, he will fly on up to his buddy. Yeah, that was Ali forgetting to turn off the draw tool for a bit. Let's just move these over here. Oh god, I stretched it. We're just gonna leave those alone.
If you hit delete when you click on them, they go away.
Yeah. Right. He flies up to his buddy, and you see him reach out with one hand, touching his friend, and healing energy coursing from his hand into his buddy.
Oh, it's not that much.
And as
before he does it anyways.
as a bonus action, because his ability to heal procs this, he will also turn and fire at. Let's do a target he'll have trouble hitting. That'll be fun. RG. 13. And
that's a miss.
Shot sounds wide.
Checking something.
Deflect missile.
Okay, it's only one. Yeah, it's only one I'm hit though.
Yeah.
Thing.
You're like, come on, hit me.
Yep.
Throw the.
Weirdly enough, I only have an 18 right now, and I actually don't have the dodginess.
All right. Speaking of RG, your turn.
RG's taking a step forward, basically to stand on the thing. Would I be able to? The thing I'm going to ask is the ammo. Would I be able to basically count it as like darts or something like that?
I'm afraid not. You can throw it improvised, but
Their ammunition's very awkward. It's not weight. Well, I mean, if these are whatever these are, equibus, there be lead balls. So the basically just
it's using the stats of that rifle.
I'm just checking weapon things.
Archie, throw the entire thing at them.
That is a horrible waste.
Throw it at them. I lightning bolt it.
And I don't have anything worried.
Don't think you could do it at the same time.
On the bright side, two of them are really well clustered up for people who do that kind of thing.
God, that would be so awesome. Zark.
Yeah, this actually puts acid
Flatter
splash into
knucker.
a better thing than magic missile right now. Wait a second. Keep them together.
Independent together.
Okay, so I assume if I throw it, I don't have my proficiency.
You don't have proficiency bonus.
Okay. Would it use my dex or my?
We will say dex.
Okay. I'll just do a roll for trying it.
Who are you throwing at?
Medic man. That's why I moved
The one that did the healing spell. Yeah.
Yep. I believe.
All right, that is a.
And I actually have to do. Yeah, I have to do that as well because he's beyond the first range.
Okay. Oh, so disadvantage.
Actually, I just want to. I'm checking one other thing just because it's another ability I picked up on the interim. Okay. I'm burning 2 key points to cancel the disadvantage, so using the first roll.
Okay. Right. You can do that. All right, so this will be a hit. Go ahead and I'm going to also be nice. Use your monk damage table for this.
Okay. Dex on it.
Okay. So he looks very surprised as this round actually hurts him. Flung by you.
It's not even fired out of a rifle.
And she's just going to pull another round and throw again.
Are you burning again?
Yeah, I may as well. Well, I don't think that's even going to be a hit, but 5. I'm not going to burn for it.
Okay.
Because that's already down.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to force you this time, but I think you have to decide when you do the thing ahead of time.
I know I hadn't said already, so I wasn't going to do it. So.
Okay. Right, unfortunately, that second one misses.
Yeah. But she's doing. They're just trying to establish to him, like, hey, that person can actually be a threat.
Yeah. Like, and
then she's hopping back down.
Not as unarmed as it seemed. Okay. All right. Scouty. What are you going to do, Mr. Scouty? He will give his buddy a thank you before spreading out a bit. He's going to move over this way.
No.
Still in line for Cass.
And yeah, speaking of who actually shot them with a lightning bolt, he's also going for threat priority. Cass, you see this man aiming his rifle towards you.
I'm staring him down.
I didn't roll cares in it. I'm gonna.
I would say Care didn't get a go.
Yeah, I'll put him after. I'll put him after Cass.
Okay.
Actually, I'll put him at the bottom of a minute. I'll do his thing just after this.
Okay.
Right. Care. Not care. Rifleman. Alright, first shot at Cass. I think that hits.
Yeah.
Really wish I had my secret dice with me.
Alright.
Hey, Talde.
Yes.
Just be aware that the rifle is awkward, so you don't add your proficiency to it.
Why not?
Are you trained?
He is.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
Right. So that goes off, and then there is the accompanying magical explosion, Cass.
Okay.
Why we were arguing that he should get one of the pepper
Now,
boxes because he's
question.
trained.
What sort of damage is this?
The firearm itself is non-magical. It is piercing. The secondary damage is force.
Damn. Okay. I was hoping it would be like lightning or energy.
Energy?
Yeah, so I can absorb it.
Alright. Okay, and then the second shot is fired at you. And I believe misses?
Those miss.
Yes. Okay. So, yes, you get hit with this resounding shot, and then the second one goes wide as he tries to combat the kick of his rifle.
I more imagine that Cass stares down the bullet and the bullet gets scared.
All right, you doing Care now?
Yeah, I am doing care now, and I'm just going to go ahead and add him to the net so I don't forget. Yeah, sure, he can be there. That's fine.
Care and I are Dex friends. So is Cass.
Care is going to... he's going to look at Cass and reach a hand out and do... Two wounds. That should actually be higher because he is a fucking warlock and has high level spell slots. Okay, take 19 points of healing, Cass. And then it's your turn.
Okay, so here's a quick semantics question. Because I am raging, am I allowed to still use my lightning bolt because it is innate, or no?
I'll give you. You can use it.
Okay, then I am blasting these buggers again.
Okay. Unfortunately, they have spread out.
Okay, then the one who shot me is getting it.
Okay, Mr. Scout.
I forget the way the line works. Is it's like 5 either direction from its right?
Let's see.
No, it's a 5-foot line.
Yeah, it's a 5-foot line. So just the center line, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah, the line shows a center.
She doesn't have an angle to get both of them from where she's at right now.
Well, I technically could.
You can move, yeah.
Because I could go there.
Yeah.
Yep, and you can clip it through them.
Yep.
Do you want to move there and do it?
Yeah.
Right, go for
I
it.
rolled, so.
Right,
Well, I already rolled. Unless you want me to re-roll the damage.
I don't think you want that damage you roll. That's
Why would
really
you wanna
good.
reroll the damage? You got
Yeah,
three
I know.
Alright, we'll do Scout first. The closest to you is going to do his dex save. He is good.
Yeah, they're going to easily beat my...
And then Medic. Oh, so close. Alright, half damage, but that is still a substantial chunk.
And so then next round, Cassiopeia is going to go running through the inside of the building.
Did anyone drop in the area surrounding me, like forks, knives? battle axes.
Kara has a little plate of shrimp.
Not so much in
So
the way
people
of
just so
battle
happen to be
axes.
carrying,
There's oyster glass shells.
they're fine china, their silver fork and their silver battle axe.
Well, you might see some people who colloquially might be referred to as battle axes.
So if
but
you could just
not
fight
in the
grabbing
same
one of
manner.
them and using them.
Medicare is also small. You could probably throw him.
Okay.
He's not small right now.
Is that your turn, Cass?
Was there anything dropped that could be used as a thrown weapon?
Nothing outside, but there is stuff immediately inside. There are little knives and cutlery and such. Still gonna be improvised, but there is stuff to throw.
Well, since I still have some movement, I have a lot of movement left. Cass is.
Are you gonna go inside and get ready to grab shit?
Cass is arching in, grabbing stuff, and coming back out.
I'll let you go in. You can come out next turn with stuff.
Okay. It's just like, what's the centaur doing? Oh, why is she carrying? Oh.
Okay.
Are you just gonna pick up like the little tray of forks and carry that out?
Actually, she's probably going to grab the trays and use it as a shield.
All right, I'm looking behind me at Raz and the kids really quick. Does the shield look okay?
Shield looks okay-ish. Give me an Arcana. Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
His shield's perfect. Fine.
I don't know anything about this. I have no idea.
It's very hard to tell.
It's fine.
Can you get them out?
If you can keep them from firing.
Give me targets.
I'm going to go around the back of the thing and going into the room. You said there was 2 people down and a guard.
There are
guard and 3 servants left.
There's two, I thought there were 2 servants and the guard left, right?
A guard and 3 servants.
Yeah, a guard and 3 servants.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. All right. Well, I can only save 2 right now, so I'm only saving 2.
Who are you saving?
I am going to grab the guard first, I guess. I want to get the servants though, because they're not people who should be dying. Yeah, I'm throwing a healing word at one of the servants. And then I'm walking over to the guard and I am laying on hands him because I can do that as an action.
Okay.
And healing word's a bonus, so I will get 2 people up this turn. I will lay on hands him for 5.
Nice. Okay. You see the guard and his eyes sort of flutter open.
Help me get them up.
And he takes a few moments to actually take in what's happening, but he will move to assist.
And with whatever movement I have left, I'm going to be over to the next 2 servants, basically. Because I can basically do this again next turn.
Carrick.
Stare at the medic.
RJ will also actually crane her head back and go, can you aim for the thing at their feet?
Like their shoes?
Their boots that are letting them fly.
Yeah, they've got a out of character. I'm pretty sure RJ can gather that thing's making them able to fly.
It looks pretty.
Fucking obvious.
Yeah, there is an energy emanating from that boot thing.
Yeah, I figure it's obvious enough you can put 2 and 2 together pretty quick.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna do acid breath at their feet.
Okay. Unfortunately, D&D doesn't like to aim at class features, but thematically you're trying to.
Yeah, but I'm trying to because I've got 2 dragon breath there. It's breath weapon.
All right, and this is at
the medic.
The medic. Okay, medic will try and make a save. Hey, full damage. Right.
The acid.
Okay, you see this acid spray over the middle figure, and clearly there is a sort of faltering of magical shielding, and it clearly starts to eat through his outfit, and you hear him yelling out in pain, sort of like trying to bat it off. All right.
And I'm not moving, so that's my action, my turn.
Right. Dode.
All right. Tilde is going to aim and sorry, what was the status of the 3 that we've got?
Hmm?
Two servants left.
No, enemies.
Oh.
What do you mean status? Like how they look?
Yeah.
Alright. The middle one is clearly very wounded. You can see this acid eating through his outfit. The bottom one is bleeding quite a bit. The top one is clearly banged up, but better than the other 2.
Okay. In that case, I guess I will fire at them. Yeah, I'll fire at the least injured one.
Okay, top one.
Yeah. Just rechecking. All right, firearm is a dex based.
Bucky, do you roll your Garrett, do you roll your recharge now or on your turn?
Start of the turn.
Okay, just gonna remember.
19.
19. You see the shot impact this magical shielding that flares around him.
Okay. You said arquebus is the equivalent.
Yeah.
All right.
These do have clips though, so you can fire 6 times before having to reload.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about reload action. I do standardly have 2 attacks, so I will fire a second time then.
Okay. Unfortunately, this sail's wide. The kick of the gun is not something you're used to.
I'm going to yell back at the people. Move into cover. I'll be there in a moment.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Corvus. You can come out onto the balcony.
Okay. Corvus is going to come out to the balcony, grab one of the rifles. Is that a free action to do?
It's a bonus action to do.
Damn. Okay. Grab the rifle, cunning action, hide. So stealth. Basically hiding around the corner.
Okay, so that's all you're doing. Because cunning action takes your bonus action, so you have to use the action to pick up the rifle.
Damn it, I keep forgetting about that. How I have to remember that.
What, your cunning action?
That you're a rogue?
No, well, that doesn't give me anything. I have the special one that lets me use a 30-foot help. So
Yes,
if they're within
that
30
is
feet
handy.
of us, I can actually do that. I keep forgetting about that one, but I think they're outside of 30 feet. So, and I don't want to pull attention to myself by suddenly flying out.
All right. 2 servants are down. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. He is going to bonus action grab the rifle, then grab one of the servants and pull them off to around the corner and do a stabilize. So medicine. Check for his action.
You won't be able to grab them and do this. You're trying to do too many pick up and grabs in one turn.
You can probably stabilize them where they are.
Yeah,
That's probably the best you can do.
You can either stabilize them where they are, or you can grab them and drag them off.
I'd say stabilize them where they are, man.
Okay.
Remember your action economy.
Yeah, the picking up the rifle is the screwy part on. Okay, so action, stabilize the servant.
Mhm.
That should
Okay.
stabilize him.
Yep, that does it very much.
I don't have a healer's kit, so I can't do any healing. So bonus action, pick up a rifle and move to around the corner to assume a hiding position.
Next turn. Okay. All right. Good.
And I will say, focus the medic. However, I hate to say that.
Okay.
I'm going to turn and shoot Corvus.
No, the wrong medic.
All right. The mage that was just fired on by Telday is going to look at Telday, look at his companions. You see him touch his hair and mouth something, and you see the other two sort of nod. And then he's actually going to fly in a bit closer.
Fly me closer. I want to stab him with my sword.
No.
And Telday, for a moment, it feels like he is aiming at you. And as he fires off one shot, it impacts the shield behind you. And there is a following. He's going to upcast this.
I am probably
spell?
close to the shield, but I don't know if it counts as an ally.
Counter spell?
What was that?
Counter
You can't
spell?
counterspell
You can't.
smite.
You can't cancel spell smites.
Oh, okay. Just smite.
Yeah. And let me press the rifle damage as well. And you see Raziel's shield flicker for a moment. That sort of blue, where the impact hits, reddening for a moment before reforming. And then the second shot does the same. Oh, fuck. Oh, dear. Right. And the smite damage is doubled. It's a crit.
Literally.
Oh no.
And Raziel's shield crumples. Magical energy fizzling out. Thankfully, none of the damage splashes through, but Raziel's shield vanishes. And that is his turn. The medic
Is gonna go heal his buddy because he's really hurt.
will fly on in. He will spend a healing spell on his buddy. He is going to upcast it. Let's see.
Counter spell.
Yeah, oh, very nice. Okay. All right.
Yes, Carrick.
What level can spell, Carrick? That's 3.
I have to do 3. I can't do
Yeah.
higher.
Thankfully, it is a level 3 upcast, so it cancels out anyway. And he looks perplexed and then very annoyed at you. And he levels his firearm towards you, using his bonus action, procced off his ability, to fire a single round. I think 23 hits you.
Yes. But I take 4 less damage.
Very nice.
Try your silk.
Oh, yeah. See, the Dry the Silk came in handy.
Yep.
Right.
So I take 9.
Right. Care. Hearing that yell of Focus the Medic is going to sort of move closer to the balcony's edge and is going to Magic Missile the Medic Man.
Magic missile. I love him.
No, Eldritch Blast.
Both.
I know, but I love him for magic missile.
Yeah, Magic Missile.
I
You know.
think he might be tearing somebody to the ground.
Yeah, he might be yelling Magic Missile.
It's not magic missile.
And
No one corrects
me.
Care, okay?
oh,
No
for
one
fuck's
corrects
sake, Care. Okay, and
Yeah.
you see the shot actually tear through the center of the medic's chest, and he starts to plummet. Mark dead.
I'm gonna yell, Care, get over here, because he should be able to Misty
And
Step
he
over.
will bonus action Misty Step.
Somebody might want to try and capture one of them if possible.
I mean,
No,
none
I
of
want
us-
them all dead.
Unfortunately, at range. really
Completely.
don't have
Nobody to
that
interrogate, please.
RG.
Well, luckily, since Mage Man moved into my thing, so I don't have to move forward to try and throw, I still have to do it with disadvantage, but on 2. Hey!
Nice.
Bet you don't get the crit.
Yeah, too bad, but it is what it is. When I got it either way. So that hit
Very nice. Yes.
4. Fuck all on the damage. And then second throw, which goes wide.
Okay.
And yeah, that was do the Nord basically try and catch his attention.
Right. Yep, it clearly hurts him. And you see him glaring a bit at you. Wrong buttons. Wrong buttons. Okay. Right. And the scout down at the bottom, sort of feeling over his wounds, watching his dead body plummet. You hear him yell out, my life for Noran. As he clutches this sort of little jewel piece on his the center of his chest, which starts to glow a vibrant red, as he is going to
I
fly
feel like that's not okay.
directly
That's not okay.
towards you.
I hope it doesn't blow up right away.
Not right now. You can hear this high-pitched whine building.
Hey, question. Since you mentioned pole arms, what kind of pole arms?
But let's see what feels like a fitting. We'll call it a couple of glaives.
10 foot.
And then they have reach.
That's what I need to know.
Yeah.
Because they're simple.
And he is about 5 feet out from the balcony, about 5 feet up above you guys, but I believe that still puts it within range of a pole arm.
Actually, that brings up a different question for me.
Right, Cass.
Okay. So Cass is coming back out with a handful of stuff, and
Yep, you
everyone's
got
moved.
knives and forks and all that jazz.
And Cass is going to start pitching as hard as she can at this guy that's making noise
Okay,
because it's attracting her attention.
go ahead and give me a improvised roll using your strength score.
Just straight strength, no bonuses.
Well, you know, I believe you
It's
don't
improvised.
have proficiency in improvised weapons, do you?
No, I don't.
Oh, no proficiency bonus. Okay, and are you throwing it at this one?
Yep.
Okay, he is going to check him. Does he have it? Spells? As you throw the stuff towards him, his eyes narrow a bit, and you see that shielding around him flare even stronger as he casts shield in reaction.
And it's that high to the next of his.
I don't have really anything else I can do against him.
Jump at him.
What's that?
Jump at him.
Counterspell?
I can't.
I can't counterspell if my turn doesn't come back up.
Oh.
Yeah, Allie, we already determined I can only go 20 feet.
Yeah, I know.
I'll counter.
Yeah, she just really wants to see you plummet.
Oh,
You just want to
now
see
they-
it fall.
You want to cast spell, Tilde?
Yep.
Okay. In that case, that doesn't happen, and that hits Tob.
So what am I rolling for damage?
You're rolling a D4 damage.
Do I get my lightning damage because I was running?
No. No.
Rub your feet on the carpet.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And add your strength mod, by the way.
Oh,
Which is a +5,
So that's 9.
Alright, 9 damage. Very nice. Okay.
Are you still raging?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you do get a +2.
No, it's 11 now.
Alright, very nice.
11 damage from a fork.
Yeah.
And I still have another attack.
Yep.
Throw the spoon. Throw a spoon.
Don't aim for the eye.
Oh,
Oh,
Ooh, reckless, huh?
disadvantage.
Reckless.
Okay,
Oh,
you do got to
so
say that
he-
before you do it, but
Oh, sorry.
I'll let you have it. So go ahead
I mean,
and roll 2.
Isn't he disfan?
It'd be he'd have disadvantage because of range. It's a 2040 or 2060.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
yes,
it
you would.
be-
So basically, it will be
Yeah,
the
it's a
9,
9.
and I'll just let that first one go through. So unfortunately,
Well, the first one did. Yeah. That
Yes.
would've been, yeah.
so
No,
unfortunately,
first one was with
Well, the first one it would have been the 22 because he rolled reckless. I'm assuming he was because he had it turned on. I'm assuming he was rolling
Yeah.
reckless, so it would have canceled
Yeah.
out. So it would have been the 22.
okay,
And this time it cancels out, so it would be the 9.
yeah, okay. So unfortunately, your spoon sails past him.
This seems to be our common theme with range attacks right now.
But hey,
done.
you stuck a fork in him. Well done.
But he's not done.
That's he done.
All
Oh,
right.
and it's 12 damage.
Oh, is your rage damage gone up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking it was still 2. It's 3.
Okay, Gifton.
Well, I'm gonna look panicked. I'm gonna throw a healing word at the last down person that I saw that we didn't get to, that way I don't have to actually go over to them. I am using my movement, going over to the kids, and looking at Raziel. I'll grab the littlest one, and say, "With me, quick!" And then, I am casting this for free on me, the kids, and Raziel, and I'm going to lead them into the building as quickly as I can.
Okay, I will let Rez run off with you with the kid, as he hasn't really had turns as such.
Yeah, so we will both pick up a child and run.
Okay.
I'll pick up the younger
also-
of the two because I am not a strong person.
Yeah. Also, around this time, you do see guards actually starting to run into the room. Noticing who you are carrying, a few of them will actually form up behind you.
Well,
As if to
we're
make-
shadowy right now, but
Well,
yeah.
no, as if to make a screen when you go by.
Yeah.
You're shadowy, but you haven't actually hidden, so you're still visible.
Yeah, and then I'll basically get them out into away from the explosion area, and I would like to stay and fight.
All right, Carrick. Hey.
Ignore that. That's the wrong dragon breath.
That's the wrong dragon breath. Same DC though, so you might as well just roll it.
You hit it
The
again.
bad mind.
Yeah, I
Same
know.
one.
The best part is they are different. They actually have different names.
Best part
There
is
we
you keep
go.
eating your spell slots. It's great.
All right.
Yeah, I've been fixing that.
Hey, fails.
27
Nice.
acid damage.
So you spray out this acid damage from your mouth at this oncoming thing, and that whining sound, that building energy, suddenly cuts off as he lets out a scream. His face dissolving away, cutting off the scream, and he basically impacts the balcony edge and then crumples and falls further down.
I hope the explosion doesn't happen in the crowd below.
You've heard that one building whine sound has gone.
Okay, good.
It's as if he had to focus on doing it.
This other guy's within 30 feet of me now, right?
It's direct measure, so if he is,
Oh,
he
okay.
is.
Okay.
Nope.
Well,
If you move to the square right there, you would be.
I think here I am. Nope. So yeah, I have to move one more because I've got plenty of move. Point at him. Aim at the head. Help action.
You are still
Next attack.
you're still 5 feet out, but you do have wings.
Oh,
You could move to
Come
the
on.
other
I'll say you
Come
can
on,
climb
you
up
can
onto the
do
balcony
it.
edge if you want.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay.
So next, I should just hit the button.
Next thing gets him as advantage.
Nice thing is you guys just saved everybody that we've been getting up that's incapacitated on the balcony because if that explosion went off, I'm pretty sure they would have died.
Yeah.
I'll fully admit I had a much dumber idea what I was going to do if it didn't.
You're gonna
knock
try and
it off.
tackle him and take him down with you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Tackle him and rip the ski off his foot.
The problem I have is because I can't help myself.
Because I'm relatively certain I can survive the fall, and I'm vaguely certain I can survive the explosion.
All right.
So you can't help
He would've gone
yourself.
before you.
Come on, Telday. Shoot him.
No, he wouldn't.
I'm coming up. He's the
Actually,
22.
And then I'm actually getting off of
Look
there.
where the
so
5 is. Look where the 22 is, Marcus. I go first.
He's the 12. Oh, the
Yeah,
guy
he's-
you're talking about.
Yeah, the
one
guy
that's
who
dead.
had the
Yeah,
who was
the
gonna
exploded
go
dude.
was the
Yeah.
22.
Okay.
He moved up on the same
That's
turn I
right.
haven't gone.
Okay, let's continue on. It's Telday's turn.
I'm going to fire at the one remaining guy twice.
Advantage. And the first one.
Yep.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
That's what my master of tactics lets me do.
I'm just gonna roll it twice because I'm rolling off something else.
Mhm. That's a hit.
So yeah.
Very nice.
What the hell is the damage?
It's 2d. Is it 10 or 8?
10.
Yeah.
2d10 plus dex.
Yep.
That is my dex, right? Yeah.
Okay, very nice.
Using it at martial or master?
Marshall.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have mastery of all firearms.
You see a sort of spurt of blood come out of his mouth as this round tears through him. He's still up, though.
And my second shot.
Only regular for that one.
And it's a hit.
And only 14 on that one.
14.
Only 14 damage.
He is still up, but he is bleeding profusely. Looks very, very hurt. And you can see that determined grit on his eyes that previous fellow displayed when he was flying towards you, about to explode.
I am, surprisingly enough, going to turn and rush in the same direction that Gifton was going, however.
Okay, go for it. Run indoors.
And is that guard armed at the moment?
Which one?
The one guard who was injured, but
his weapon's near him, enough that he could grab it.
could I kind of shove the rifle at him as I'm rushing past?
You could. He's
Or
trying
just
to help
drop
other
it
people, but
at
if you
him or something.
take over and hand that weapon to him, you can, yes, you can do that.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it as little effort
As possible.
necessary. Yeah, it's just kind of
Shove,
I've got
point.
another priority right now, so you look like a good person to throw it at.
Mm-hmm.
And I am, going to try and get out through, get as close to the Royals as possible.
Okay. Right, you follow along, Gifton. Corvus.
Bonus action hide, inspiration.
Inspiration?
Yeah, so advantage.
Are you hiding for a reason then?
Yeah, to get off a sneak attack.
Okay.
You just need advantage to get
Yeah, so
the attack.
you could give yourself advantage for the attack.
All right. Sure, do that instead. All right, so advantage for attack. Ooh. Oh, for fuck.
That is unfortunately a miss.
All right. Yeah.
Anything
Bonus
else?
action.
If you have
You're gonna
extra
hide now?
attack, you should be fire again.
He's a rogue, doesn't have extra attack.
Oh, yeah.
One attack.
Yeah. Are you going to bonus action hide now? That way you get advantage next round again.
Yeah, bonus action hide.
Okay.
Around the corner.
Yep. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll. Very nice. Okay. Alright. You see this last remaining combatant watching his fellows fall from the sky, watching his quarry escape, grits his teeth, looking at you all. And he too is going to repeat those words, "My life for Naran," yelling it loudly as he clutches his jewel, and that whining starts up again, and he's just going to dive bomb towards the crowd below. He's heading down. Okay. Oh, please, not Care next.
It is in fact Care. Come on, Care, do it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, Care's going to step up,
Would he
run
go
up
for
to
that guy, or would he run after Gifton?
No, he'd go after that guy. He knows what to do.
Yeah.
He's not dumb.
Oh, God.
What?
This isn't even my DMPC.
He's become your DMPC.
Oh, god damn it. Alright, and he's going to Eldritch Blast. Oh, it hits. Of course it does. And that is more than enough damage to finish him off.
Indignant you get about care. Jesus Christ.
Is that the end of combat?
Care keeps getting fucking killing blows.
And Care, the Eldritch Blast pierces through him. This man dies and plummets to the ground below without exploding. And that is the end of combat.
Okay, I wanted to see if I would have gotten it back again. No. So I would use the other. I would have been. How far down did he get actually?
He dropped 30.
He dropped 30 down.
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna hit him with the people's elbow if it came up my turn.
Actually, he's dropped 25 down.
I mean,
He had +5 movement speed.
I mean that just means I magic missile him instead of flying after him and tracking. Actually, no, I still would have. Because
well, at least it stopped RJ from leaping to her death potentially. Though actually, she could survive that pretty easily. It's only 60 feet up.
60 feet. Yeah, I can do 60 feet without trying.
See, without the dragon breath, my plan was to cast dragon's breath because it's a bonus action to cast, and then fly after him and breathe fire on him.
Alright,
oh yeah, 60 I can do easy. I can do 55 right now.
Alright, so combat ends. The guards coming into the room continue swarming towards the balcony. You'll suddenly have a bunch of guards with you who are checking on people. Some of them are taking up defensive positioning. There are rifles, swords drawn. You can also see in the courtyard guards starting to flock out. The courtyard had started to empty quite severely as people have run out. But they are starting to go for the bodies that drop down, making sure that they are dead. Gifton and Raziel, you are actually quickly, hushed by a bunch of guards to come to a safe location. I'm
going to hold on to the child very tightly. Got protective wings, around, huddled. I'll give the child over if anybody likes they want to take it, but I'm very protective.
Yeah.
I'm mother henning right now.
Yeah, RG's going to quickly, before she does, just quickly bonus action change her outfit back to the dress so it doesn't look like she's wearing a combat outfit. And check on the High General.
The High General is breathing stably.
Getting him up.
He's not awake, but you can sort of help him up. A couple of
she's gently rousing him.
What happened?
Terrace.
What? How are the family? And he's going.
Kids are fine. The king, queen are dead.
You see him sort of. His jaw gets set. A very dark look in his face, and he sort of drops his head down a bit.
This is war, isn't it?
Who did it?
They were shouting for Naran. Actually, I wouldn't know. I've heard the word Naran.
You heard the word Naran, yeah.
They said something about Naran, but I didn't understand any of it.
Does anyone here understand what they said?
Yes.
They were yelling for Naran.
Right,
Is Tilde with me and Raz?
Tilde will catch up to you. Tilde, you see the strange form of Gifton, sort of fake shadowy shimmering to it, unless you've let that go, Gifton.
I'll let it go once we're in a safer room. I just had that in case I needed to throw him against the wall and hide.
Yeah. And you, Gifton, and Raziel, with the crown prince and princess, are basically ushered into this rather sturdy-looking room. It might be the palace's internal guard house, essentially. And the door is shut, barricaded, and there are a lot of armed guards just waiting at it.
I'm gonna start quietly singing to the child I'm trying to comfort.
Both the children look like they are in shock.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the best I can with two shocked children, with hopefully Telde's help.
Telde, time for the accordion.
I don't have an accordion.
God damn it.
I don't have any instruments on me.
Alright, I'm just gonna pull both kids close and sing to them for a bit, try and calm them down.
Okay. Well, give me a performance roll.
Alright, I want to stake a thing out of party, if that's okay, you guys. This is a key. This is a prince and princess, and I would like to. So I'm just gonna take one out of the party loot. So yeah, 17, please.
Okay. And you start singing
Not the
to
best
them.
they've heard.
After a few minutes, you just hear the princess starting to sob quietly, and you can see Raziel talking to a few of the guards at the door. And upstairs, the High General is getting up, helping up a few of the others, starting to bark orders. And he looks at you all and goes, would you mind staying around for a bit?
No problem.
Yeah.
Right. And he starts barking orders, sending guards out to look around, make sure there are no other assailants about.
Cass is finally wandering over to that side after having stopped at the buffet while still pissed off, grabbing a hunk of meat, electrocuting it before she calms down enough and is just chewing on it as she comes over.
As you come over, you are actually stopped at the door by a couple of guards leveling weapons at you before you hear the voice of the High General going, nope, let her through. As you are able to rejoin most of the group.
Cass is going to wave at the guards as she walks by, still chewing on this piece of meat.
He looks at you eating, and everyone give me an insight check.
Almost rolled. Then I remembered I'm not there. I'm locked in the safe room.
Oh, that's outside the safe room. Okay. Oh, that's right. No, I'm not in the safe room. So yeah, that's me.
Yeah, 15 and over. He looks almost insulted or outraged that she's just sort of casually eating at a time like this, but he doesn't make mention of it. And he goes, if you want to wait in a separate room, I'm going to have to talk to you all about this.
Absolutely, sir.
Thank you for... you're all here, so I assume you've assisted. And you see the one guard that was gotten up sort of nodding at him. Thank you.
Yes? General Stenhouse. I need to get things from the end. You can have one of your guards escort me there if you like, but without my materials, I'm just going to be a body.
Medical?
Yeah. Yes. Medical supplies and anything else the party needs.
Yo, make sure he gets everything he needs. Take from the palace stores. And one of the guards actually comes up to you, Corvus, and sort of beckons you to follow.
Yeah.
And you will actually...
Corvus keep the rifle?
No one's moving to take it yet?
No one has moved to take it from you yet.
Okay, he's just going to shoulder it.
Yeah. Right. And you take them next door, and one of the other guards will sort of salute, stand very firmly at attention to you all, and if you'd follow me into the next room.
Yes, sir.
And Cass is yelling after Corvus, grab my quiver, please.
I'm not going back to the end. I'm just...
never mind.
Not the inn.
I thought he was going to the inn.
He wanted to. They redirected where he...
And you are all led basically to the next room over. This is also quite a lavishly decorated room. Looks like a fake meeting room. And I'll just ask to stay put for a bit.
Corvus is treating.
Yep. You are led down to essentially the palace's little sick bay, a little medical office, and people are being brought in here. So if you want to help treat those that were wounded up above, most of them magically healed. A lot of them are dead. There's a few cuts and bruises to be taken care of. But the guard looks and goes, did you want to return to your party? They must be banged up as well.
No, this is fine. I'll stay down here and do this.
Okay. I'll be outside. And that guard leaves you in there with the palace official medical staff, who will very much rob you into doing shit.
Yeah, he will, though, prioritize the servants and then the military.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the nobility is probably shell shocked, so he's just going to go.
Yeah. There are actually a few nobles. They're not brought into here, but they are outside because there was a lot of pushing, running downstairs, and you know what happens when people try to do that in a crowd.
If they are hurt, he will take care of them.
Yeah. Okay. Back down in the armory, the palace's guard post. The General Roselle comes over to Gifton and Telday. The girl has stopped crying and is just clinging to you, Gifton.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lightly rub her back and just kind of rock and hum and sing as I can think of it. And I'll look over to Raziel and give him a nod.
And he sort of just nods sadly at you before kneeling down and going, "Your Majesty, are you okay?" And the little boy sort of glances up at Raziel, and you can see he's fighting back tears, and there is a growing look of anger on the boy's face. And Raziel sort of just reaches out, puts a hand on his knee, and goes, "We will not let this stand. Don't worry." And the boy just nods. Raziel's not the best comforter, unfortunately.
What a surprise.
Yeah. And eventually the doors are unbarred. The sort of all clear is being given, and you see a couple of people that definitely aren't guards or anything. They look like to be palace staff. One of them a sort of middle-aged woman who actually just runs in and wraps her arms around the little girl.
Well, I'll hand her off.
Yeah.
I've been. I assume that she's their caretaker.
Mm-hmm. And
I will...
a more elderly gentleman sort of comes in and just takes a seat beside you, motioning for you to move the little boy over to him.
Yeah, and I'll acquiesce and kind of get out of the way, and I'll start backing out.
Yeah, and he's definitely not as touchy as what you assume was the caretaker, nursemaid, whatever she was.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was probably way more touchy than I should have been, but I was trying to coddle and protect.
But you do see him take the boy's hand and just start to talk to him in hushed tones.
Mm-hmm. And I'll start backing up in a way.
And
slightly.
Raziel will just sort of motion for you and tell they to follow him.
Mm-hmm.
Are they safe at this time?
They are safe.
What protection is there at the moment?
The palace is on full alert. We have the entirety of the guard staff standing ready. Patrols are being put out.
I am gonna.
People are here.
What do you mean? Civilian?
Oh, I
that was an out of character question.
Out of
yeah,
okay. So,
I mean, out of character, how many people?
There are roughly 20 guards in that room alone, and as you step out, there are near double that number, sort of in the hallway. There is a full shield wall. There are pikes. There are guns.
Okay, I was being resistant based on current situation. So,
I will call very probably awkwardly. If either of you highnesses want me back, I'll come running, and then I will curtsy and follow Raziel.
You see the nursemaid give you an appreciative nod, as does the elder gentleman with the young prince.
Mm.
And Raziel will start to lead you upstairs, rather silently. He does not broach conversation, but you may if you want.
I'm just gonna lightly pat a hand on his shoulder.
That seems like a highly irregular attack.
Yes, highly irregular. And he just sort of reaches his hand up and just gives your hand a light pat, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Highly irregular.
I do not understand the purpose.
Old grudges, perhaps. Noran has always been unhappy with us for not providing aid when they needed it.
It seems illogical that this would be a move to make. Would it not cause further conflict?
I'm sure it would, but people with bright ideas in their minds rarely think things through like that. I doubt this is a official military measure.
Does that mean that war can be avoided?
I doubt it. There will be retribution required.
That will be idiocy.
And he just nods grimly.
Given the state that we have discussed,
It will be up to His Majesty now.
That seems unlikely as well.
There are always advisors, but the last word will come from him.
That sounds more accurate.
Thank you for stepping in. You saved a lot of people that would have otherwise died.
Gifton's just gonna nod and I wish I could have done more.
You did all that could have been done.
I think everybody else did the heavy lifting. I kind of pat Tilde on the shoulder. I wish I had half your prowess.
That is not necessary. Only do what is necessary to avoid deaths.
But you are quite good at Gifton.
Well, I hope those kids will be okay.
I hope so as well. And he will open up a door, and the rest of you hear the door being opened as General Roselle opens up the door, and you see Gifton and Telday, and he sort of motions for you both to head on in.
I'm gonna go over and just hug Care.
And Care will pull you in tight.
When the door opens and RG sees Roselle there, RG's actually going to end up and walk over.
And he just watches you head on over, not closing the door yet.
I need to talk to you in private as soon as possible.
As soon as possible. Unfortunately, it's not right now.
But very soon.
Yes, very soon.
Do we know of the extent of casualties at this time?
A few of the nobility are dead. Certain things happening as they ran downstairs. We have 5 guardsmen dead in the main hold. 2 of our generals dead. A few servants as well. If you want, I'll get you a more solid number once we've ascertained everything. What is it, Corvus?
I was just...
You cut out.
Is
I was just
Stenhouse
gonna make a
alright?
joke.
Did anybody see if he got up? I threw some heal at him, but I couldn't tell. I thought his chest moved.
Alive.
Okay, good.
Tess is actually kneeling in a corner. She looks almost like she's meditating.
Speaking to High General, I better go find him. I'll talk to you when I can.
How long do we have to be here?
There will be someone just to talk to you in a moment. I'll get them hurried along. You should be allowed to go then.
Do you want us to stay around?
I think it's probably best you go home and rest.
Okay.
And he gives you a sort of sad smile and closes the door.
I look over at Care and I go, I guess that means we're not getting any more of that shrimp and bacon, huh?
No.
That's right, I don't think I'm hungry anymore anyway.
No. Is everyone all right?
Anybody hurt?
A little banged up, but I'll be fine.
What about
All right for now.
Telday took some hits, right? How much are you down, Telday?
Do not worry. It is immaterial.
I guess save the healing just in case.
Okay.
There may be further attacks.
I just don't want you getting knocked down. She frowns.
About 5 minutes later, you hear a polite knock on the door before it is actually opened, and you see someone in that silver sort of palace guard armor stepping in, carrying a very heavily plumed helmet under one arm. Looks quite old, in his 40s.
I'll curtsy.
Oh, please, no need.
I just nod her head.
And he steps in and closes the door behind him. And he definitely looks like he is of high station here. It's not quite a military ranking, but you can see by the decoration of his armor that he does hold some position.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks you all over and goes, "You're the Tarnstead lot, right?"
Yes, sir.
And I'm to understand you came to His Majesty's aid.
Yeah.
Would you tell me entirely what happened? And he's actually just going to go over to one sort of little dining tables in here and put his helmet down on it.
A most illogical attack.
Yes.
There's a large
Just suddenly
explosion from above.
Yeah.
Then we all rush to the balcony. King, Queen, very dead. Raziel, King, she didn't miss me. Rizal. She meant Rizal, and yeah, and General Rizal had thrown up what looked like shield. It seems the three who attacked didn't want to be taken alive, and were either going something.
You're breaking up something fierce, Kronos. You might have to lean
Yeah,
in
you're
more.
like you're like
sorry.
chopping every word.
Yeah. It seems the three who had attacked are either were intending to not be taken alive either way, and all three of them laid down.
Yes, not a question, but they are wearing Noran uniforms. They do not look like they...
They held something about Noran. I don't speak the language. Pretty sure these two do. Just for Corvus Cleric.
Yeah, they were.
You speak the language?
Yes, I speak many languages, sir.
You know how well they spoke it?
What would wording? How
You know the language. It seemed native.
It seemed native to them.
Right. And what direction? You said they came from above?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They're using some strange apparatus on their feet to fly.
Yes, aerial mages. Most nations have them. You all stepped in to assist. May I ask why?
Just seems to be what we do.
Yes.
Well,
It is duty, sir.
You can look us up. We stepped in at Dulwood. We stepped in a town called West.
there's no need. I was briefed on you when you were invited here.
It just seems to be our nature to help our region.
Yes. Well, thank you for doing so. Is there anything else you can tell me? Anything? And you see him actually let out a long sigh, and he pinches the sort of brow of his nose and goes, "I don't understand how they got here. Was there any teleportation magic you saw?"
Not anything out of character. I'm going to double check, but I didn't see anything.
He did not.
Not until I used
Yeah, I don't
it.
think I listed.
Yeah, only like 2 people saw him before.
I'm afraid we were rather busy at the festivities.
As was everybody.
It appeared that General Rizal was the first to detect the attack.
I'm glad he did. I could not bear the thought of losing the entire family. I suppose I will go talk to General Rizal then. Thank you for your time. I wish I had more to ask, but there is very little to... And he just sort of shakes his head sadly.
The generals know where to find us if you have any more questions, though.
Of course. And thank you for your time. You are free to return to your homes.
We're just staying at the Hound and the Hydra and the Hound. We're just visiting.
He just picks up his helmet, and you see him sort of actually stand in a sort of very stiff, official saluting manner. Puts his hand up in salute and goes, "Thank you for your service to the royal family."
I'll salute him back.
Oh, give him a rough salute.
Yes.
Due to the various situations that have occurred while we have been in the area, I would like to formally petition that the Tarnstead Trading Company be allowed to carry our equipment and gear at any place we may be requested or invited to.
Gifton's gonna give you a weird look.
He looks at you strangely before going, "We'll see what can be done. I'm afraid we have other matters to attend to right now."
Is the Majesty safe?
The young king is safe, as is his sister. We will be keeping them under very close guard. I will not have another failure like this on my head.
If you could, sir, please pass on that. I will keep them in my thoughts.
He just nods at you. Right, if there's nothing you all have to tell me, then I should go and attend to them.
And I will gather my stuff and give Kira a hug and wait to get excused out.
He actually goes, opens up the door, and sort of just holds it open for you all.
I'm gonna head out.
How'd you head out?
Cass is going to get up and trot out.
Morrison, see them out of the palace safely, please. And another of these silver guards salutes to him, and just sort of falls into step with you all, sort of leading you towards the exit.
I ain't saying shit while Morrison's around.
Yeah. And there is a momentary stop by the med bay, as you see Morrison talking to another couple of guards who
get Corvus back.
One of them pokes his head in and motions to Corvus. Corvus, the High General did not actually show up in the med bay.
He will go and find him.
You are not allowed to wander the palace.
He will very adamantly explain that the High General needs immediate medical attention because he suffered extreme magical blast damage to everything.
A contusion to the body.
The palace guard, one of the palace guards, sort of does stop you, Corvus, and goes, "I'm sure the High General has been seen to by his men."
He needs more than just being seen to. He needs to lay down and rest. I know it's a trying time, but those injuries do not go away that quickly.
They will see to him, sir.
Fine. Just make sure he does.
Not my position, sir.
We'll find somebody who does have that position.
And then assume it. All
Take
night
their
long.
face. And eventually, one of the guards comes in, Corvus, and mentions that your party is there and ready to leave with you. And you can tell by the tone that is that sort of thing of, you are
Hello.
to leave now.
It is time to leave.
He's trying to be polite because you have been offering aid.
Corvus will begrudgingly stop his attempting and leave.
And you are all led outside of the palace building. As you enter the courtyard, you can see there are bloody smears on the ground. It looks like the bodies have been moved.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a large line of guards at the palace gates. You can see a crowd, some yelling, what's happened, what's going on. And they are being held back. And as you approach the gates, this guard that's been accompanying you, Madison, sort of steps forward and just starts yelling to make way. And there is a rather forcible parting of the crowd as they try to get you out through it.
I am going to be wasteful.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm throwing that at the crowd to help out.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to roll for the peasantry.
Yeah, but I'll just toss that.
This makes it a lot easier for you because essentially this bubble around your group does calm as you pass, and it makes their job a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
And after a few moments, you are through the crowd and out onto the streets.
Mm-hmm. I'll nod to the guards as I go, and then
Yeah. And you get a nod in return before they move back into the palace. As you start to move through the city streets, you do see actual guard patrols. Everyone seems to be both the military compound and the palace guard seem to be going around, keeping a lookout. You also do see, after a few moments, the first signs of activity in the air. Judging by the lack of panic and the brief glimpse of Baratheon colours, it looks like there are now Baratheon mages in the air.
Mm. Oh, I'm gonna hurry back to the Hydra and the Hound.
Okay. You're all able to move as a party towards the Hydra and the Hound.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saving you talking until you get back?
I'm not saying shit.
No. You're able to get past to the back to the Hydra and the Hound. As you come in, you see a worried-looking dwarven woman sort of hurrying out from behind the counter to greet you all and going, "What? Where have you all been?"
We were at the princess party.
This is what are the rumors true?
What's the
What is
rumor?
the rumor?
Did they say there was an attack on the royal family?
Yeah.
That much
So,
is true,
yes.
Are they okay? What?
The king and queen are dead.
And you see her actually cover her mouth as the staunch royalists of the era do. and you just hear her go,
The
"Oh no!"
prince and the princess we got them to safety.
The king.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The new king.
Take an inspiration, Telday.
Sorry.
Oh, you poor tears. You were right there.
Yeah.
Please sit down. Do you want some drinks or?
No, I don't feel like anything right now. Thank you, though. Are the critters being okay?
They've been just fine. Lost a couple of forks, but I wouldn't worry about it. They're up in your room. I've been checking on them.
I think we just need a quiet moment up in our room, maybe.
Of course, dear. If you all want anything, you just hold it down for me, okay?
Of course.
And she
And then I'm
nods
gonna
and leaves
head
to me.
upstairs because I don't want to be downstairs in case anybody asks for me any awkward questions.
It's
Marty's
gifted.
heading upstairs, too.
I bet.
What's
We'll
that?
hear it if you.
I
Kronos, I
said
believe,
RP
said
is also heading upstairs.
Okay.
Direction to head up to the room.
Anyone not heading up?
Me.
Cass is actually going to head up to get changed.
Okay, you saying downstairs, Tilde?
I just realized that I abandoned a woman on a balcony. Or rather,
To be fair, I think she saw you fighting, so she probably assumed what happened to you.
Yeah, at this point, Tilde is going, "Oh, that was impolite."
You gonna go
Corvus,
back to the palace?
Yes.
you would have had to put down the firearm to treat people, and it was moved, unfortunately. Tilde, you weren't stopped with yours.
He gave his out.
Oh, you gave it back. That's you don't get a free firearm. Okay.
Oh.
No, I no.
I did hand off
when,
the sword.
When Carrick gets upstairs, though, I am gonna wrap him into a big hug.
Care or Carrick?
Carrick.
Okay, I'm making sure.
I've already been hugging Carrick.
And you're heading back to the palace, Tilde?
Yeah. I'm heading toward the palace.
Cool. As you all start heading upstairs, you do see Tilde leaving.
I'm
just gonna like stand there, then suddenly like raise a hand, turn, and just walk out the door. Just like
I'm gonna go. Wait, Tilde, wait. I'm gonna hand him that sending stone I gave him last time, and I'm going, why don't you just keep this, okay? So you can save your spells to message me wherever you're going, whatever you're doing. Just let me know if you're okay. All right?
Affirmative. I am okay.
Okay, but if you need help, you use this to contact me. All right?
Affirmative.
All right. I will use mine to call you if I need help. Okay?
Do not need help.
I'll try not to. Thank you. All right. I'm gonna let him go.
Alright, so you go upstairs, hug Carrick.
This is as much of a leash as I can put on the Warforged, and then I'm gonna go up and hug Carrick. And Carrick, I'm giving you a really hard hug.
50-foot rope. We could make an actual leash. I mean, to be honest, out of character comment.
He is also like a 600-pound metal man.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say it would work.
Whoa!
I'm pretty sure if he wants to go somewhere, he's going somewhere.
I mean, you can say the same thing to a horse.
Okay,
You can put a
Carrick, you're
leash
being
on it.
hugged.
Yes,
You're getting hugged.
hugging back.
And then I'm just gonna sit down on one of the beds.
As you come in and hug Carrick, you see Dingus and Dazzle are sitting up on a window frame looking out the window. The Blink Dog puppy is like sitting right below them, barking up at them. And the Rust Monster's just like by the bed, on the bedpost, just happily chewing on this pile of rusted metal.
Mm-hmm.
Very small pile, might have been a couple of forks.
Hey Dingus, hi Dazzle.
Meep, meep, meep. And Dingus sort of flaps over happily to you and starts nuzzling on you. Care gets a lot less affection, but Dazzle does come over to him and just sort of moves up against him.
Mm-hmm.
Good enough.
I'm gonna dote on Dingus. So how bad of an awkward conversation are we gonna have?
Can we just skip it?
Okay, I'm good with that.
Casually going over and picking up the Rust Monster with who?
What's there to talk about?
What conversation?
I mean,
This conversation.
we all saw what happened. We all experienced it, right?
Did out of character? Did Gifton and Carrick mention their meeting with Raziel?
Everyone. I don't think we did, but Archie knew we had it. We didn't say what happened.
Had it, and given how their reaction to Cass's joke for the three of them specifically, she made a couple guesses on what it might have been.
This was what Raziel was trying to avoid.
Avoid?
Yeah, he didn't want this.
Sure, he was trying to avoid it. And Archie's got a very hard look on her face at this point. He moved before the shots even went. Before anyone could have known they were there. He moved, grabbed the kids, and had that shield.
He was trying to find a way out of it.
Why do I have a suspicion that you are suggesting that he orchestrated this?
That is what I'm just. That's why I want to talk to him privately.
He did. And he wanted out of it. That's why he had me and Carrot come talk to him. Carrot come talk to him. He was trying to have us help him figure out how to not do it, how to stop it, how to...
2 days before?
Yeah, and we couldn't find a way, and he didn't want to tell us exactly what it was, so it was really, really awkward. We didn't know what was coming, but we knew.
He already knew what was coming. He already knew what this was.
There was something he needed that he couldn't get around. And
what was that? What more does that man need?
There will be a war. And General Roselle, as head of the adventurers, will be in charge of the draft. He will be able to get every adventurer brassed to go out and gather what we need for what's coming.
We've got a leash on us again.
He has a leash on us by the virtue that we wear these stupid little pendants. He can control, or he can't control.
He didn't want to do it.
The authority to do it.
He has no authority yet. Get your facts straight. Until war is declared.
It was part of his original plan before he knew us. That's why he was trying to figure out how to not do it. And he'd already had too many. Look at how far out he does his plans in advance. He probably made deals with these people to help them. And it's not like he can just cut people off. He couldn't just cut Aurel off. I mean, it's terrible, okay? It's terrible, and it's my fault because I should have found a way to do something about it. I should have.
It's not your fault. Don't say that.
Yeah, and only.
And I didn't say anything, okay? Because you know what? I thought he was right. I think he's right, okay? I agree with it. So that's where I stand on it. I stood in that room and I threw anything under the bus to get us to go to war, to get what he needs or to find what he needs. And I look over at Kara and I go, that's why I was talking about maybe if we could manipulate the gentleman. I didn't know how much time we had. I didn't know when it was going to happen. I didn't know where it was going to happen. I didn't know what was going to stir it up. I just was trying to find a way to get all the things that need to get got before. He really doesn't want us to have to do anything. That's why he wants to send us away and get us removed so they won't send us to war.
The other thing that messed it up is our previous little run-in. The idea wasn't to actually have fighting go on. Have a big show of force.
They were just going to scare Noran. They were just going to scare Noran, and that was just going to be it.
The wolf
and
was
then
right.
everything fell apart. And that's why I said that, well, why don't I said I'd go take down Scrim, because if we do, we can move all the forces from the south back up here. Because I was trying to find a way to make it less bad. But it's gonna be bad, because if we don't get the things that we need in the time that we need them, if we don't pull this together, those people that are gonna die because of the war are gonna die anyway, and then their souls are gonna get eaten. So it's even worse. it's terrible, and there's nothing good about it, and I hate it, and I just wanted to do everything I could to make it so the least amount of people get hurt as possible, and I would do anything to just to save as many people as we can.
And it was going to be a quick turnaround for another reason.
Here's the one problem, though. You said you wanted to get rid of this rim. How long would that have taken? This was 2 days ago you had that conversation with him. What happened today, was already planned before you even talked to him.
I know that. You think I don't know that? He asked me and Carrick to try our hardest to try to figure something out because he didn't have time. But we didn't know the timeline because he didn't want us to know. Because he didn't want us to blame ourselves for whatever was coming.
And we can still try to make the war easier, right?
Yeah, we can try to make the war easier. We can try everything we can. I don't want Norran people to get hurt. I mean, we even talked about going to war with Hexenreich just to make it a little bit less of a ground thing. But I kind of look over at Corvus. I don't want to do that to you. I don't want to do that to anybody. And there's a reason why we need to take over Norran. And I look over at Carrick.
I'm the last remaining line.
Line?
Yes. My great-grandmother
Ran off with the crown prince when she ran off.
yes, leaves my father and I, if he's still alive, as the only remaining royalty left from Norran.
Carrick is nobility of the highest caliber, and Roselle would like to help Carrick reclaim his heritage. Because if Carrick is in charge over Norran, he can help even further. We can settle things out.
Really funny to have the castle turned to a tavern, wouldn't it be?
You know what? You're the king. You can do whatever the fuck you want with that damn castle.
Cass is coming in at this point, fully kitted out. Well, we have having listened into all this.
Mm-hmm.
The only way we're going to avoid any sort of major bloodshed, because if Barras marches over that border because of this attack, everyone in Norran is going to die that is in a path between Barras and the capital.
No.
Honestly, they might surrender. Barras isn't cold like that.
Barras isn't cold. Some soldiers are. They will see any Norand. The only good Norand is a dead Norand.
That's why I even offered to have them sick against the Fae, okay? I tried to find anything else we could think of to have them fight.
Right now, this entire situation needs to be curtailed. Something needs to be done, and we have to figure it out. Blaming ourselves, blaming each other, isn't going to help anyone. We currently have an ace in our sleeve, as it were. As she kind of waves over to Carrick. Carrick doesn't have to admit anything. He can write a letter as a prince in exile, denouncing this attack and asking the people in Iran to stand against this cowardice. That would take a lot of temper out of the people, out of the people of Barras. Any fighting that would occur after that will likely not kill the peasantry. Because one of the easiest ways to disrupt a government or a noble lord is to kill the peasants. It is a disgusting thing.
Will they even care about a prince in exile several generations gone from where And even would have.
There are royalists probably still in there. They would. And we're not worried about Noran. We're more worried about our people, our side, Barast. We want to calm the tempers just enough so that people think straight. If violence go down.
Noran didn't do anything but have the theatrics of attacking the palace.
They had the audacity to kill the king and queen.
Those weren't probably part of Noranian military, like the general said.
It won't
The
matter.
Baras army is going to make the first blow as far as a nation versus a nation. So yes, if Carrick may write a letter and have it be convincing enough to quell Barasian military, that may be a solution, because it is Baras now who is going to make the first attack.
Yes, and we
Not
need to
Noran.
temper that attack.
I'm going to bring up one problem, Corvus. Can you prove that they weren't?
No, because they took them away.
You can't prove even if you had the bodies, could you?
I'm sure there are ways.
Like what? Reanimating them and asking them?
At this point, it doesn't matter.
You can't do that. They wouldn't do that, right? Bring somebody back.
There's spells that can speak with the dead.
I'm just saying that's the only way I could see to be able to confirm or deny that they were from where they were saying they were.
I'll be honest.
Go ahead.
I probably have no right to say anything in this, given that I've just admitted that I helped with it.
Nothing would have stopped him from getting them. So they could, if they're from Noran, they're from Noran.
I mean, I'll be honest, the easiest thing that Raz has ever done is he gives people what they want. Those people wanted to do what they were doing. He probably gave them, that was their deal, and that was probably why he was trying to figure out how to break out of it. Because when he makes a deal, it's very sealed. I hold up my hand like, remember what we did. And I'm like, they probably got what they wanted. They got a chance at the king. That doesn't mean that the most genuine lie is the truth. Those people really did want to kill the king and queen at any cost.
It certainly seems passionate.
Because they weren't part of Noran.
How do you know? They could have been Noran people who don't like Barast. I mean, there are always groups that don't.
Still, as we've heard,
Noran.
They aren't part of Noran's government, but the main thing is that but the thing is they got what they wished for. They got to look official because those people wanted a war.
Or they could.
That was what they wanted.
But they had military gear. How would they?
Who knows? I mean, like I said, Raz can get anything, right? He's really good.
Right.
So, but the main thing is, I bet you that was their wish, is they wanted the gear and the chance, and they got it.
Or someone in Noran wanted to go at the king and queen.
But what I'm saying is, and I'm trying to say, if we want to try to temper things, right? Why don't we help the ambassador? We like Saint Pierre, right?
Is he going to be okay?
I hope so.
He's probably the worst person right now to be outside.
Oh, he's probably already in custody.
I'm actually grabbing up all my gear, and I'm going to the Noran embassy. I'm gonna go protect Saint Pierre.
I'll go with you.
What's an embassy?
It's the place that he was inviting everybody. I think it's his house.
Oh, right.
It's a territory outside of a nation that is part of a nation and another nation.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically so you can send someone who can talk on behalf of your government to talk to another government while still being on their territory. It's still sovereign Noran territory.
Listen, I'm gonna go make a show of protecting them and trying to keep tempers down. Because that is the best thing we can do to try to temper people from striking out at people from Noran.
Oh God, even if the government doesn't do anything against them, the people. Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully people saw big white wings and know I was up there. So we'll shrug.
How does everyone look out of character?
Sad.
Health-wise.
Very sad.
I think Tarek got hurt and
Depressed.
I don't think anyone's missing more than like 10 HP or anything, right?
Yeah, I can tell you exactly how much I'm missing, and I'm not worried about it.
Telday's missing the most, and he's not here.
If you want, you guys can have taken a short rest during this down point.
Okay. With that, Corvus has this, so you all can spend an extra D8 on your health.
All right. Well, I'm not doing any because I didn't get any damage, but I'm gonna get up and go. If anybody wants to join me, I'm gonna go stand guard.
RG just gonna say go before you go.
And I'm picking up Dingus.
I have something I want to.
Also,
I did stand up and calmly put squirrels down. From the events of the last couple of days, it's become painfully obvious to me that the only person who wanted me in charge of this was Thaldi. So, as of this moment, I, RG Thal, abdicate the leadership of the Tarnstead Trading Company to you, Gift and Brock.
Can I abdicate it to Carrick?
And RG's going to head for the door and just go, I hope people don't give me secrets from you as they did from me. And she's walking out.
Care is sort of squeeze his shoulder, Gifton.
I'm gonna sag my shoulder a bit.
I'll come with you.
Okay. Oh.
Anyone else coming?
Yeah, Cass already said she was.
All right.
Yeah, I'll come.
All right. Well, we'll go hang out at the embassy. Tilda, did you find your lady love?
We will find out next time, as this is where we're going to call it.
And I would like to say before we end it, this episode of Survivors of Tarnstead has been brought to you by the word acquisition.
What?
Acquisition.
Everyone kept on using it.
Acquisition.
We did?
Yes.
I don't remember hearing
Alright,
acquisition.
your homework for this week, Corvus, is to go back through the episode and count how many times it's said.
4 times.
But we will resume next week.
Other words more than that.
Acquiesce?
Acquiesce, thank you.
Okay, acquiesce we did. Acquisition, no.
Acquiesce.
Everyone take 4,000 XP. And we will do this same time next week. Bye-bye.